Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to another live stream about House of the Dragon. And it's funny, Alicia just put on some groovy music. She did this yesterday. I thought it was really fun. And tonight's episode is Tumbleton. It was directed by Claire Kilner, who's killing it. She's done 3 episodes of this season so far. But before we get into the episode, first of all, for everybody who joined us last night, thank you so much. But also, I just want to introduce our lovely panel. We did a bit of a reset tonight. We've got some different people, except for Alicia and I, who were both here last night. So, maybe John, I'll start with you. Au Packmule is in the house. Woohoo!
Hey, everybody.
And, so happy to have you back, Au or John. Do you want to tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Oh my gosh. Been reading Game of Thrones since 2010. Try to keep all the books handy for references. So if you can see, I got, Fire and Blood, Game of Thrones, all the good stuff. And then, of course, Ice and Fire, World of Ice and Fire. And then hopefully we get a little bit of Seven Kingdoms later on. See that?
Yes.
So all the references, and just love hanging out with YouTube people that talk about this, enjoy it very much, and yeah, glad to be back.
And you have a lovely map of Westeros behind you. Some of the British folk, they say Westeros. I don't know. It's always sort of.
They could screw up anything.
Okay, well, next we have Meeks with us. She's our lovely sleeping beauty, and absolutely. I'm so happy to have her here tonight. So Meeks, say hello to your people.
Hey, y'all. And yes, I'm in the dark again because you know what? It's hot as hell. It's hot as hell. All right. But I'm here and I'm ready and I'm excited because I really like this episode.
Yeah, and of course we have Alicia, AK, is back, and we're simulcasting on her channel and our channel. And
yes,
she's
indeed.
Never short of opinions, this young lady. So
no,
Alicia wants
not when it comes to the randomness that is Westeros. There's always something for me to say about it. And this episode, yeah. And yes, like Heidi said, we are dual casting on both of our channels. So make sure you give a like to both of those. It's lovely to see everyone. Thank you for coming through. I see Jaguar was in here first. Haymaker. Angel's in here. Jack. Michelle.
Sorry, that was Jack in the background. That was Jack in the background making.
Thank you for your work, Jack. We heart you.
Thank you for the beverages.
Dedicated.
And the beverages and all that.
Hand of the Queen of Canada.
Hello.
Yes, I have my crown here. Actually, I should put it on. My crown. Now, John, you were here with us when we did.
You can enjoy the stream. Yes, we're glad to have you here.
John, you were here with us for Night of the Seven Kingdoms, weren't you? Didn't you come and do an epi with us?
I did one. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep,
yeah. It
yep.
was. What'd you think of that show overall?
Very cool. The cast.
Yeah.
I wasn't as impressed with Dunk as I thought I would be. I thought he would be like a Henry Cavill type of character.
Oh, yeah.
And he was just a goofy kind of lumpy dumpy kind of guy, and everything else was perfect other than him.
He was Dunk the Lunk.
He was.
Yes,
Yeah. Well,
he was handsome in the books. Everybody was going after him.
You don't think he's handsome?
Oh my God, no.
That man is handsome.
Wow.
Oh my God.
There's that AU is throwing some shade. Dunk there.
Wow.
Okay.
What
Yeah.
did Sir Dunk do to you?
Wow.
Oh my.
And he's letting his hair grow out next season.
Oh yeah, the long hair. Well, the short hair probably did take away a little bit from his aesthetic.
Him's is handsome.
I have to agree with you on a certain level, AU, because he's not my scene, but I thought he did a really great job, and I like the chemistry between him and Egg.
Absolutely. Speaking of Egg, I learned something this week. Just wanted to share with you. Maybe you guys already know this, but there are 12 eggs. A dozen eggs for Aegons.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Oh my God, I didn't know. And they didn't do a baker's dozen. They did 12.
Exactly.
That sounds like something George would do.
Exactly. That's what I was just thinking.
Yep.
The guy doesn't let anything
exactly
go
like
by
what he would do
without making a connection.
Yeah. See,
Dunk the
Jenny
hunk.
thinks he's Dunk the Hunk. Yeah. Yes, and me like Lionel.
Yes.
Lionel's my thing.
Everybody loves Cousin
Everybody.
Lionel.
Yeah.
Cousin Lionel is
Yeah.
everybody's MVP.
Yeah. He was great in
he's
The
my MVP.
Gentleman.
He's fine as fuck.
Yeah, he was great. By the way, he's in The Gentleman, and I really hope he's back because The Gentleman is coming back, season 2. So with Theo James, so he plays Theo James's brother. Yeah, I hope he's coming.
Oh
back
yeah, that's right. What, do we have a date for that yet? And we still need to do season 1, Heidi.
We should.
We both forgot.
I think. Yeah, so we will. But okay. So anyway, this episode, I'm gonna go around. I'm saying, like yesterday's episode, I was like, or when I say yesterday, I mean episode 3 that we talked about yesterday. I thought it was pretty good, but I was saying for me, it was a little bit uncomfortable watching it. Whereas this episode, oh my gosh, was so good, like so giving. And so I just want to go around and get everyone's impressions. So who wants to start first?
I dubbed the AU.
Me too. Okay.
I always refer to the ladies, so let's have Meeks go.
Oh, listen.
We missed you last night.
Very much so. I was unconscious. I had a headache. You know, my migraines. As soon as the weather turns, I die. But I really did enjoy this episode. This was like juicy premium Game of Thrones season 1 through 5 type, like
agreed
conversations, just like the stuff that was going on. So many people were like, oh, well, this is kind of boring because, you know, there are no dragons in this really. I'm like, y'all need to get off these dragons' ass. Okay. Game of Thrones made it with no dragons for a very long time. They couldn't do nothing. And the story was interesting because the characters were engaging and the plot was engaging. This is the type of shit that I was like, yeah, I need more of this. But they're making Ormond into a proper villain. So now we have somebody to focus on, because before then we were just like, well, listen, Allison got snatched the hell up. She's not doing.
Good night, everybody. I'm gonna put myself on mute for about 10 minutes. I'm gonna take a shower. Same thing as last night.
We didn't need to know the shower update, KP.
You did that last time.
Go cleanse yourself and come back.
Watch all your dangly bits.
Well, we don't give him much notice. We just like, hey, come on the stream, and it's like, I haven't had a shower yet, so you know. He's
okay, but I understand.
We're just happy to have you. We can't wait to see you spritzing and steaming and misting.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be our drinking game once he comes through. Anytime you see him spritz, take a shot.
Yeah.
But
okay. Go ahead.
But yeah, I like that we have a proper villain now. We have somebody to focus on because Allison's not really doing much. Rhaenyra is trying her damnedest, trying her best. However, like, ma'am, I need you to stop going to Allison for advice and for like stuff to do. She don't know nothing. Why are you talking to her for? Nothing about something. I am so sorry. You got to go away. And I also am not liking. I understand what they're doing with Mysteria. I get it. But I don't like the fact that she is pulling Rhaenyra's attention to the small folk instead of looking at the bigger picture. You can't help people when you don't have any money. So she needs to understand that and quit trying to snatch up every crumb of money for the small folk who eventually aren't even going to appreciate or know what the fuck's going on when shit hits the fan. I'm like, girl, you got to, how about 70-30 split? Can we get a 70-30 in here? Can we get that happening? Why does everything have to go to the small folks? Why aren't you paying the soldiers? It's a recipe for disaster. Exactly. I'd also like to see that we got to see Daemon actually be a dad. Shut up. That was amazing. Like, look at you. You actually care. And we saw that. But nothing in this world would ever make me like Ormond. So I'll end with that.
Not even in like a Darth Vader type way. No. Like I like him because he's so good as a villain. Oh, I think he's like a juicy villain.
The actor, yes. The character I would never know.
Okay. All right. Alicia, AK, what about you? See what everybody's saying in the chat.
I really like this episode. It gave us a little bit of everything. You know, we had the intrigue. We had Daemon coming through, actually being a papa. We got I got several chuckles from the memes that were made later after the discussion with Rhaena. They're like it's kind of like the episode that just keeps on giving.
It does.
And I also
Hasn't that
am
girl
in
seen
agreement
TikTok? Like, you
with
don't cut
Meeks.
your own hair. You just don't cut your own hair. Like,
But
has she not seen a TikTok
well, don't
video?
cut your own hair, but also don't chop your locks like that, baby.
To the roots.
Those are sacred, bruh. Don't
All the way down to the
do that.
root.
For this little punk ass dragon over here. Yeah, stop it.
Why do you think she did that, AK?
Going crazy.
I don't think she was going crazy. I think she wanted to effectively hide herself, because you can't really do that with a bunch of hair on a cloak effectively. So
That makes sense. She had that little cowl she could have wrapped around her head, though.
not enough when you have this.
Yeah.
When you have this.
But she has a lot.
You have this?
Yeah. I don't know if
Yeah.
y'all understand how like heavy actual dreadlocks can be when they get long.
15 pounds, Meeks.
No, this is
but
not
also
that bad.
her.
This is not that bad.
Also, her hair color though is the issue. And I understand
It's
that.
white. Yeah.
But I kind of question why her hair looks the way it looks, because it made her look more like a old woman than she's trying to hide.
Could have been charcoal.
That was my first impression. So
She just looked dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could have been
Pretty much.
charcoal, like she's intentionally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it was.
yeah. You're
'Cause
right. You're
remember when
right. She would
Danny-
have had to
remember when-
find something rugged
Yes.
to dye her hair and hide the as much of the white silver Targaryen look as she could. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll take that into my ledger. But yeah, for the most part, I really like this. I want to punch Ormond in his well-cut jaw several times.
It would hurt.
He is
very
a
sharp.
ridiculous cult leader, and it's an interesting twist that they've put into that. But I'm trying to see where it goes. And hold on, my lady, one of the best voice in the realm, Lady Carla, is in the chat with us.
Hello.
Good day, my dear. Good day.
By the way, someone was mentioning about
Ormond's a
Vaseline.
cult leader, and
Yeah.
I don't like him. I don't like him at
You didn't
all.
like the bathtub scene?
No, I could have did without that. I didn't need to see, and I'm glad that they didn't show none of the actual parts.
of the
You know, like I
business?
had enough
Yeah.
of that watching The Boys.
Right.
I didn't need to
Or
see any more of
Night of
that.
Seven Kingdom. We saw enough of that.
Yep. So had our fill in Night of Seven Kingdoms with that as well.
Yep.
Didn't need to see that at all. But I'm also wondering though, how long is it going to take for the revolt at Tumbleton to start? Because no one is happy. Not one person there that should be there is happy. Like I don't know what great side quest Ormond thinks he's on right now, but I feel like it's not going to end up going the way he wants it to go. And Daron, you're kind of a little bitch, just like your brothers. I don't know how you let this man punk you when you got a whole ass dragon standing right there by your shoulder.
Ridiculous.
You could have just said, pointed to Ormond and said, "Hey, Dracarys," and Tessarion would have handled business. That would have been it. I don't understand why you are that scared of this dude. You have a dragon.
Well, I think one of the things I was thinking about, when I was talking about it, I have a little bit of a hard time with the patriarchy angle of Westeros because of all these women who own dragons. But I think a lot of it comes down to duty oftentimes, like that's been ingrained in them from such a young age. And also I think Daron kind of looks up to Ormond. Like we were mentioning probably when he was sent there, when he was pretty young.
Yeah, it's like a father figure of
think
sorts.
it's even more than that, though. Now, he may look up to him because, that probably was his main like teacher, minder person. But I think he's also very, very brainwashed.
Yeah, the modern age
yes.
word would
that
be,
goes a long way.
would be grooming, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
He's groomed heavy. Yeah.
Exactly that.
And also when you're in a cult, you don't really know you're in a cult. Like that's your normal kind of thing. And like you say, I mean, it was interesting because when I was watching the scenes where the soldiers were going and taking up residence in each of the houses, immediately I thought of World War II and the Nazis. And actually, then Claire, when I was watching her behind the scenes, she was talking about that. So there's this definite occupation sort of feeling of it. And Ormond is, he's like a fascist leader, living, having, that him stepping up naked in the bath. That was like a power move, really, right?
100%.
And actually, it was interesting because it reminded me of Danny. Do you remember when Danny was having a bath back in, I think, season 2 or 3 or something like that? And I think it was Dario Naharis was there with the heads, and she just kind of stood up in the bath like a power move. And then Melisandre.
Yeah, there you go, Miss Andy.
Misani like kind of had the robe.
Wow.
It's an M name. Had the robe and kind of covered her. But in this case, it was like they did the humor, right? They just had a little like hand towel and he's like just patting himself. But also he's completely shaved. Did you notice that? He's completely like groomed.
Hair holds odor.
Didn't notice that.
I did not notice.
You didn't notice that he was completely like manscaped? Manscaped?
No.
We didn't get to see the bottom, but I'm assuming it's the whole like
turned away right away. So.
Yeah. Yes, Brienne. Yes. Okay, so anyway, so that's what I was thinking. That was like a major power move. But he's like a fascist dictator.
Well,
who
yeah,
thinks
he's in the Lord's house in his bath, literally taking all of his food. Yeah.
But he was, he could have killed them as he's being kind of kind. He's like, I could have.
No, he's not being kind. No,
he's being smart.
He's being strategic. He's being strategic.
Because if you were to do that, listen, somebody's running out.
The goal isn't for him to be seen as the Great Terror coming in and doing all this. The goal is to draw Rhaenyra out with her dragons. And even though, yes, they have Tessarion there, but Tessarion is there just to help them take over in the interim right now. Once Rhaenyra comes, I guarantee you they're not going to order Tessarion to do anything but run out the back door and then have Rhaenyra come in blasting with all of her dragons. That's what they want the people to see. And he chose Tumbleton specifically because they were loyal to Rhaenyra.
Right. Well put.
And I'm still questioning that the dragon minder that made it back to King's Landing and said, I was the only one that survived, because I don't understand why were you at Tumbleton? And even if you were there to help with Tessarion, that would tell me that you would be loyal to the High Towers. So you wouldn't go back to King's Landing unless you were ordered to, because you're undercover.
So you think he's a plant?
I think that that whole story that he gave is false, and he's there specifically to try to help push her into action.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
By the way, so Jenny's saying about the aromatherapy. One of the things I thought was really interesting when we saw the first, him with that thing he's holding. Like I remember when I was studying medieval history, women would have something called a pomander. Like, at Christmas time, you have oranges with cloves in them. They have a nice scent. So that's called a pomander or pomander. So women used to carry those, and they would
Didn't they walk around with those?
Essential oils. Yeah, they would be attached to their like girdle. And then if they were in the church or they were at the theater or something like that, and there was a really horrible smell, they would just kind of put it up.
You know why? Face. Yeah, because they stank. They stank to all everything back then.
Absolutely.
They were very avert to showers. Well, actually, I don't think showers were invented just yet.
Washing.
They didn't like washing and bathing all the time like that.
So that would be like an upper, like a lady or somebody who's a noble would carry that type of thing, and they would be beautiful and ornamented. So when he brought that out, I was like, oh, that's really interesting, because it's like he's got essential oils in it, and then they have that scene where he's sort of sitting there, selecting the fragrances he wants to go in his little like pomander. So I don't know what the showrunners are calling it, but that's what I learned it was called.
Yeah, and you got to remember, like, they don't really have street sweepers like that. Like lords have to actively keep their streets clean, otherwise they're just gonna look like trash. That's why everybody said King's Landing stank.
That's because they shitting and pissing in the streets. You can't sweep that up,
right? And then they don't even clean it or try to wash it away anywhere.
Like, you can't sweep piss up. Like, gotta stop pissing in the streets, y'all.
I don't think I've seen your name before. If our humble, I'm glad you were able to catch a live too. Welcome.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, and when we were so I went to
Hey, bro.
England, and we went to the Globe Theater. It was rebuilt, and they were talking about like the penny galleries. So people would be in, if you're in the 3 penny gallery, you're in the top. But if you're in I think it's the 3 penny gallery, and they would just drink ale all day, and then they would just stand there and piss, and then it would go down.
You could actually be peed on.
Absolutely. So if you were you were a groundling, on the lower level, you would get just pissed all over. So, and I guess the beer or the ale or whatever was quite cheap too. So, everyone.
Well, it had to be because they drank mead specifically because they couldn't drink the water straight.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
So yeah, so it was a lovely time.
Yeah, that's
actually
the time
London
I ever need to revisit.
No. That's what they call getting your 2 cents worth, right?
Listen,
I guess.
So anyway, so Ormond has, it's funny because I was wondering when the messenger came, and he was quite a distance from him. And so when Allison made the comment about, he is sensitive to smells, I was like, okay, that makes sense, because the guy was quite far away from him. And I'm like, why is he like, it'd be kind of normal that people would have poop on their shoes and their boots and that kind of thing, or maybe on themselves from riding. So so he's got this weird little quirk. I wonder though if Rhaenyra is going to be able to use that against him somehow. Do you like I don't know why it would be a plot point unless they just want to have this quirkiness about him, but the fact that Allison told Rhaenyra and she's like,
that's got to come back. What
that's what I'm wondering.
They call that? Isn't there a specific term for something like that, like a thing that's dropped and then like it has to come back later? I forget what that term is.
I don't remember what it is either, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. It's like Chekhov's gun or something.
Yes.
So you guys in the chat, let us know what you think, because I my ears perked up when Allison mentioned that to Rhaenyra. So
April,
where you guys want to
just to April's comment here, Ormond treats Daron like Otto treated Allison. I disagree. I think Ormond actively wants Daron literally to be in here burning people with dragon fire.
I don't think so.
No,
not with dragons.
Sure,
he don't like that. He don't like dragons. He wants him in charge and leave that dragon alone.
This time. And that is another thing. But I don't think that he is treating Daron like Otto treated Allison. Otto 90% of the time dismissed Allison, even when she thought she was helping and actually doing what he wanted her to do. She was little more than, barely even a pawn on the chessboard, honestly.
They're both being dismissed.
Get pooped on by a dragon.
Oh my God.
So.
I
hope so. I hope he has to deal with all of the dragon and horse shit everywhere. I hope he gets peed on. Like, y'all remember that scene in Men in Tights where he was about to get peed on by a horse? I hope all that.
The Grey Wolves are going to come up and they're going to be stank. And he's going to have to fight these stinking ass Northmen who are ready to die.
I hope so. And you know who it's gonna be. It's gonna be our boy, the leader. And he's gonna get after him. And he's probably gonna have some very choice words right before he kills Ormond.
Stank.
Yeah,
it would be funny if he collapsed from the smell.
Good.
He might.
His face.
He talks a big game, but someone that's sensitive to smells like that, you literally could make them freeze up on the spot if you hit them at the right time.
Yeah, actually, Haymaker's saying dragon poops must be like lava. They probably would be kind of acidic, wouldn't they?
I think it would be like soft serve, just like
yeah,
not quite solid.
Yeah, because of the heat, right?
Very loose.
Oh my Lord!
I mean, I agree. I don't think he's wrong in that assumption. I mean, we don't know, of course, all of that many of the ins and outs of dragons, but it makes sense to me. Just saying.
We're not even that far into the stream and we're already like talking about poop.
Well, somebody shouldn't be.
I mean, that's he is basically for all intents and purposes allergic to bad smells and stuff. So this is part of his personality, and they didn't tell us that for no reason. So it's gonna come back in a very big way.
Well, he's also very groomed, his hair and his clothing. Like he has one of the
Shiny
things
armor.
his armor, by the way, is probably my third favorite in the series.
He does have good armor. I mean, he is a high tower. They got money like that.
Yeah, but one of the things I always think of Game of Thrones when I'm watching this show is he wears this beautiful like green velvet drape, and as you probably remember, Tywin Lannister wore something like that as well. Right. So very absolutely on point. Hit that leather like gambeson, you might want to call it, or doublet that he was wearing. Oh my gosh! Like his costumes are like peak.
I do also like I mean I don't like him as a character, but I like Daron's clothes too. He has the few times we've seen him, he consistently has stayed dripped out.
Absolutely. I think because he kind of feels like Ormond is sort of like Cersei Lannister, like Ormond is probably dressing him. That's what I think, in my opinion.
More than likely.
Yeah. So he has that very...
as Ormond is, I think, he absolutely is picking everything down to his knickers of what he's wearing.
We saw that already with him being dressed in the tent.
Oh, and by the way, and speaking of also that green, that really like that emerald green, like Ormond's robe that he puts on after he dabs himself with that little baby towel, and then he puts on that
when they wear green, that means it's absolutely wartime. So and it's wartime.
Yeah, it's a little bit on the nose. I'd like to see a little bit more variation there, but I understand it like thematically and visually, like it gives you that distinction. But I would like to see like a little bit of variation on that, like how Cersei wore green. She wore green in Game of Thrones, I think in season 1 or 2. And so it'd be nice to just see a little bit of variation on the color palette, but I do get it why they're doing it.
And
that's the thing. Yes.
Saying here, Ormond wanting to be addressed as sire, because sir, why would anybody call you that? I mean, Lord, sure.
Yeah.
I could see that, but sire? No.
Because he thinks he's the king of Old Town or something.
Yeah, yep. I don't care how high up you think your noble seat is. That is not a title that you deserve. And I can't wait to see how
all up there.
Just look.
I want to be called sire. I'm going to ask my family to start calling me that.
Jack, if you watch this later and you hear her say that, please laugh. Laugh at her.
Now I want to know where we want to go right now, because we were kind of hopping around. I know they're the greens, but I really am enjoying the Aegon Sunfire.
The misadventures of
the misadventures. I don't know if that's a book thing, Laris. I don't know if it's a book thing. Is it a book thing that they go off on this little adventure?
No.
So what does everybody think of that?
After Aegon catches the heat from Meleys, the next time we see him is after he's barely slightly recovered at Dragonstone, I think. Because he like completely goes into hiding so he could heal.
So what do you think of this? I mean, we were talking yesterday about a bunch of book changes, so there obviously is a lot of book changes. So what do you think of this, how they're managing or handling that story plot?
I think it reminds me of Daenerys when she dies, how they're going to justify she's not dead. She's just doing that dragon coma thing to repair. And this is how they're going to present it.
Good.
So sorry, is there some discussion that Daenerys isn't actually dead?
Because I'm like,
she's just in a dragon coma.
There's been plenty of discussion. Well, her having been killed there is accepted, but the main theory that I've seen going around is when Drogon scooped her up,
Drogon got her ass
taking her to Old Valyria, where I don't know whatever magics he might be sensing is there. If they ever actually, I mean, they got canceled, thank goodness, because I don't want to see the misadventures of Jon.
I would never.
And Tormund.
Would never want to see that.
The King's Road.
If they are coming back with any type of continuation and it doesn't involve Dany and these dragons and more magics, I don't care. Unless it's Arya like sailing the 7 seas, because that's a misadventure I would love to see. But anything else on the land, no.
Any magic. They stripped so much magic out of the original
series.
Exactly.
Yeah, I do not care about North of the Wall if there's no magic to be held.
Boop. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see that.
I love you, Jon, but you can fuck off to the wastelands. I don't care.
She's not
What
talking
did
about
John
me.
say?
I know,
No,
it's so
not
funny.
you.
Well, yeah,
I know,
no,
right?
she will see. He knows.
You like that?
And that's why he said that. He knows I'm not talking about him. Hey, Tanae.
Jon Snow.
Right, Lionel Hightower did absolutely extend that. Like, yo, Dunk, we could go chill north of the wall. Are you sure? You trying to leave, bruh? He didn't want his new bestie / almost boyfriend to leave. That's what that was.
Yeah, it really, like, that's the stupidest thing. There's so much they just skipped over. I'm just, every time I think about it, I get mad again. we're not gonna go there.
Yeah. Let's strike that. I'm sorry. Let's strike that from the record. My bad. I be in my feels sometimes. I'm still mad about it. I'm sorry, y'all. That's my fault.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
What do you think of Aegon kissing the boot?
That's what he gets.
Oh.
He should learn to shut the fuck up.
Yes.
Shut
First of all,
up.
exactly.
Shut up.
You are sitting over there lamenting about Sunfire. Boy, do you know you're supposed to be in fucking hiding? Why are you still over here crying over this damn dragon? These boys start turning around looking like, why would you care this much about this dragon though, bro? Like, nobody really knows. His saving grace has been that nobody really knows what he looks like.
To touch something that's not even theirs.
They're charging a fee.
Charging to see, like, how are you good? Let's say 20 people walk out the cut. How are you going to stop all of them?
They're not. Exactly.
Who are you going to charge them?
Laris didn't want any trouble. He didn't.
Like, he's a man who has one good foot, and he's with another man who's burnt the hell up. Like,
look, Sir Foots,
out. You better.
If you can say anything about Sir Foots, you can say he is a survivor. Okay, he knows how to blanket and say whatever the fuck he needs to say to get out of Dodge. Aegon is still too cocky in his bullshit and up his own ass to really get the gravity of the situation. Because if he really understood, then he would not have repeated that shit that happened after he got out the carriage the first damn time.
You could have like the second time.
Like going to Fan Expo or Comic-Con, you gotta pay to have a picture with your favorite celebrity.
Like this
George
is the
Martin,
second time he's been in a situation.
Right, exactly. This is the second time.
The first time was like bow to Rhaenyra. He should have just bowed and said,
all you had to do was bend the knee. That's it. And they would not have questioned you. You could have been where y'all was going. But now you're here and you're stuck having to kiss shitty boots. And also you're too stupid not to put your lips a couple of inches away from where the shit was to begin with. So how are we ever supposed to trust you to do anything? Right, Aegon,
I was trying to decide what is worse, if it was human waste or if it was animal waste.
It's all of the above.
Care.
It's all of the above.
It's
I was like, maybe I'm stepping in dog poop. But
no, it is actually no. Like Meeks said, it is all of the above because they don't be. Not everywhere has latrines and different pipes and stuff like Castle Rock and all them. No,
it's not even different pipes. You got to think about the people who are just pissing and shitting in an area
and shitting everywhere.
I'm gonna give credit to the props department though on all the poop in this show and Duncan.
It's very loose. Everybody has stomach problems.
It is very loose. They all
because even though they know they're not supposed to drink the water, they still drinking the water.
That's because they keep pissing and shitting next to their water source. Yeah. Like nobody watched
Vicious Circle.
Okay,
no, they don't know about that.
Cypher's like,
someone by the way, I don't know why they did this and why I needed to see this, but someone took a portion of the text from Game of Thrones about Dany having watery stools and decided that was an Instagrammable thing to share out. This whole passage is just about her having watery stools.
Well, listen, her tummy hurt.
Well, yeah, she was out there eating food that she wasn't used to, and what happens when you go on vacation sometimes and you eat something that you're not used to?
Montezuma.
That's just the human body.
Yeah, I think Sunfire's
by the way
too.
By the way,
I think Sunfire is absolutely in stasis. I do not think Sunfire is that because book readers, we know there's still something else that Sunfire has to do in the plot.
Right.
So that's why I purposely did not say exactly what it was, Heidi, because I know you haven't.
Well, I'm assuming he's coming back just from an observation as a human being because Rhaenyra's dragon. What's the name of the dragon?
Sheepstealer.
No, sorry, not Rhaenyra.
Meleys.
Who's auntie?
Meleys. Antonisi.
Yes.
Yeah, Meleys.
Yeah. So Meleys. So Meleys was like draped over and then sort of you could see it rotting and everything. Whereas
that hurt my heart.
Yeah, whereas Sunfire looked perfectly intact and no decay or anything. So
But there's a lot of
just
flies,
assumed-
though, so they could just be eating dead stuff.
That's true.
Well, exactly,
but
and
I think
that's what I said when I did my watch along, because I noticed that. And yes, and flies, if y'all didn't know, if they're around a wound, no, they should not be there. But what does happen if they lay eggs and maggots actually do appear? Maggots will eat the dead skin, and they kind of inadvertently help because they're keeping the wound clean.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
So
yes.
That
was my
It's
impression.
an interesting thing. Yeah. So
Yeah, and they
once
use
I
it in
saw
surgery.
melees, once I saw melees, and then they kicked back to Sunfire, I was like, oh wait, hold on, can dragons put themselves in stasis? And apparently they can, because I think that's what's going on. And Aegon said they have a very close connection, like even more so than like Starks or Northerners with direwolves or the animals they skin change. They have a closer connection with these dragons. So,
I forgot about that. Yeah.
I'm sorry. That whole
water is still
thing was
that was the thing.
awful.
That's because Dan and Dave love serving us shit. That's why.
That was the thing. I
that was
forgot about
absurd.
That. Between that and the
That
skin
was
peeling,
absurd.
that was all the same.
Honestly, I was actually okay with the skin peeling. I could see that, but the shit that was going into
the skin peeling, I didn't have a
containers
problem
that they use to put the food in. Also,
pots.
like, what if somebody got lazy that day and they mixed them up?
Yeah, haven't they heard about this explosive diarrhea thing going around in the lettuce?
Listen, it's here and it's bad.
John's like, what?
Megan did nothing for
F am I
well,
here?
no, that's because Viserys' issue was completely
Why did I
different.
join this stream?
I was trying to find a plot twist.
Just shit talk all
yeah.
night.
We're here, folks. Okay, King's Landing is shitty, and Tumbleton is about to be real shitty because there's some nasty ass soldiers that are in there now. So we're in the shit.
About Laris and Littlefinger being the same character.
No,
do tell.
Well, I'm just saying he does everything underfoot, nothing. No pun intended. but
under clubfoot.
He's just always getting out of trouble and surviving, like
skin of his teeth.
Littlefinger.
Yeah, okay.
He's a good talker.
I could see that comparison. Yeah, they're both.
He didn't have a foot.
Talkers.
I mean, Littlefinger didn't have a foot fetish.
Littlefinger did. Yeah, Littlefinger was not known as Sir Foots, but I mean, him being known as Littlefinger kind of is the equivalent to that. So because if y'all didn't know, that's not his real name. Like I feel like by now in the story you should know, but yeah.
I'm kind of down for that.
Fire died just like that.
I'm kind of down for that. I'm kind of down for that.
For Barrack?
They were both in the council. Who
would have been the one to bring Sunfire back? Because Barrack had Thoros. But Sunfire doesn't, as far as we know, doesn't have a Thoros equivalent.
Well, we don't know that Melisandre is alive. Maybe
but that's they would have had to show her already.
People's gonna do in this show.
Why,
you can't make nothing definitive, huh?
No, I'm saying that's why the question I had when I saw that in the watch along is, can they put themselves in stasis?
Yes, but could they also have
what I think it
else?
is. I don't think somebody just randomly said, "Oh, let me help this dragon heal."
Hey, you never know. You never know.
And thank you for getting the links out there, Mina. I see you, girl. Appreciate you.
They could do whatever they want.
Jaguar said Littlefinger had a cat fetish.
He did.
He sure did. Pun intended.
All of the puns.
He sure did.
Love it.
Yeah, there are other priests, and they are everywhere because.
The red priest order is alive and kicking even like right now.
Ulf had mentioning how the priest was over him doing stuff. So yeah.
I'm kind of
the red priests are a very old order.
Well, I was watching. There was the episodes ahead. I don't know if you guys ever watched.
Yes,
I usually don't, but I did.
And
there was a scene with Aegon, and it looked like there was maybe something going on with a dragon, perhaps, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was the mid-season trailer they released instead of like the episode.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah. Meeks texted me when that came out, and I was like, "Shit, I'm at work."
Very cautious.
I haven't watched it yet though.
Because I'm like, at this point, we don't really know what they're going to do. So watching it is not going to be like, I know exactly what's going to happen right there. No, the fuck we don't.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Yeah, the thing is, if we had never seen anyone brought back to life in this universe, it'd be like, okay, but we have. But maybe he's not actually dead, as others have said. Maybe it is just a stasis.
Yeah.
That's
we don't know.
It could be either one of those things, or
like, is
some
the Princess Bride? He's not dead. He's just mostly dead. Isn't that the Princess
Bride? He's
Bride?
mostly dead. Oh, I have not watched The Princess Bride this
it's
year.
so
I need
good.
to remedy that. It's on
Yeah.
my like retro review list.
And
It's
Rob
such a good
Reiner, of course,
movie.
is one of his best.
And also
All right.
Princess what was her name? Princess Buttercup? Was that her name?
Yeah.
She actually I love like in
I have
the
my,
lore of multiverse, that actor Robin Wright, she will say quote unquote grew up to be
Right
Wonder
you.
Woman's aunt.
Wow.
Yes, my niece bought this for me. Remember my niece who came on that one time and you were asking if she was age? She bought this for me when we were away last time. Isn't that cute? This is her riding costume that she wears.
She looks like a red princess.
She does. But anyway, I thought it was really nice. So I got it in my set.
Yes, so Andre the Giant was in it too. May you rest in peace, you beautiful big man.
Why do you think she didn't bow to Corliss's request for naming Alan? I mean, everything else is like pulling, like we talked, I'm sure you understood last episode that, you know, she's being pulled in 100 different directions and everything's going against her. But this, I think, would have given her a solid footing on that family moving forward.
Well, it drew attention to like the rumors that she didn't like about her at all. So she doesn't want to draw any attention to those rumors that said her kids were bastards by acknowledging someone else's bastards. She wanted to try to sweep that under the rug and forget. And I'm like, honey, sweetie cookie baby, it doesn't matter. She's still stupid. No, it doesn't matter. Stupid. It does not matter. But to her, it matters so much that she can't even have the inkling or the idea of any of that around her as to draw attention to the fact that she had 3 children not by her husband.
It's compounded though, specifically because of three dragon riders that she ends up knighting in this episode. They are dragon seeds, and what are dragon seeds famously known to be? Bastards. Yep. So you gonna elevate these dudes?
That's what I'm saying.
To be accepted as dragon riders and be.
It comes with the dragon,
knighted,
and it comes with the dragon, right? And I get that. That's all well and good, but I'm saying though, especially where Alan is confirmed. Look, Sea Smoke went and got him, okay? Because he's literally the only dragon rider that we saw Sea Smoke come out the cut. The only dragon that came out like you, Human. You're with me now. No, this is not a conversation. This is not a conversation.
On, let's go.
My daddy bay is gone.
We go west.
Somebody else can get real, and I need to have somebody with me that can ride. And you kind of smell like my daddy baby that's gone, so you're gonna take his place right now. Let's go, Annie up. Okay, how very fucking dare you ignore that? I understand you might be worried about that shit, but Rhaenyra, baby boo, again, this is why I hate some of the things they've done. Well, not hate, that's a strong word, but I dislike some of the things they've done because this is absolutely not the Rhaenyra from the books that we know, and I see
we don't even know if that's the real her from the books.
I see.
That's what we were discussing last night. That she's not really the same.
Yeah, it's not about her being the same. It's about the book. Even the version of her in the book is not truly her because it's written by people who don't like you. If I don't like you, I'm gonna be like, AK's a nasty, dirty bitch. Oh, I met her once and she was nasty. She was gross.
They're making it work,
and I'm gonna write it down.
That's my problem.
Yeah.
Because see, here's the thing. Me and Meeks have always said, yes, we know there is some fuck shit coming on both sides. And we are still here for Team Black. We are here to see all of the war crimes that Rhaenyra is going to commit. I'm prepared to see her fucking up, but fucking up on this level?
Yes.
Nah, bro. We're like with your number one player?
But it doesn't matter because it's how she feels. I get it. I understand her, but it's stupid.
It's hilarious to me, though.
But I get it.
It's hilarious. Yeah, it's dumb and it's hilarious though, because I know in whatever pit of the 7 hells that Uncle Black and Mild is in right now, he is laughing his ass off and sitting petty like the petty queen he was. Nah, bitch, I told you. Now look at you, Corliss. Look at you, big brother. What happened now, huh?
Well, that's also his fault because you're gonna wait. You could have been did something. With
you could, and exactly, and I was getting to that too because this is not. You cannot put this all on Rhaenyra, and that's not me making excuses. That this is me stating facts. You had 20+ years to take care of these boys. You had months even before this where Auntie Nisi told you to get fucking correct with them babies. What the fuck you mean you had them out here starving, Corliss? They should have been here from day one.
Yeah, his
and you
wife's
still
been dead
didn't
for
correct
what,
the
5
situation
years?
even then. You waited all the way until now. And you mad at her because she won't do it right away.
AK, his wife's been dead for like, what, 5 years?
Has 5 years passed?
That's what I'm
Since
thinking.
Auntie Nisi died?
I don't think it's been 5
You think
years.
it's been that long?
No.
Okay.
I don't think it's been 5 years at all.
'Cause I think
Jaguar last night.
That's what he should have made him. Legit.
Jaguar, last night I was talking about that. I'm having a hard time rooting for Rhaenyra. I'm like team neutral anyway, but I'm having a little bit of a hard time like seeing her POV. Like I know that she's like ill-equipped to be queen and she probably wasn't trained and so on, but she's made just such a series of bad decisions. But I just, even as a person, as a human, I don't know that I really root for her. I was feeling, I know this isn't exactly true. There was a little bit of politics in it, but I did feel that her handing out the food to the poor was kind of performative. And she kind of reminds me of Donald Trump in a little way. Like she sort of
such a Canadian.
Oh no, madam. No, you are 100. Look at you. You are 100% in the wrong. All three of us
are putting in the doghouse now.
Let me make my point. Strike that from the record.
I'm Canadian, first off. But let me make my point.
You'll never be in the doghouse.
Okay,
Don't worry about that.
No, my point is in the sense that it's whoever has her ear, right? Like, or whoever has her ear, or they have her ear. Whoever is like speaking into her ear, she sort of takes it. So she's got, like I was saying yesterday, she has Damon, she has Mysaria, and it's like she's very easily influenced. So whoever's the last one in the room is the one who's just like, okay, let's do that idea. Like I was just, Orwell, for instance, Orwell. Orwell has an idea. Yeah, let's do that. That's a good idea. Not that it was a bad idea. It was a pretty good idea. But just like she just sort of is easily influenced. She doesn't have her own sort of like if it is whatever you want to say about Damon. If someone's made a suggestion to Damon, he'd be like,
"You're dead."
No, that's stupid. I'm not doing that. Like even when Alice Rivers was like, "Hey, you should give me Harrenhal." No, that's not happening.
Yeah, we have evidence of that. Yeah, we've seen him actively look at bullshit, side eye, give it the bombastic side eye, and walk away without a care in the world. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the reasons I love Damon's character. If you got something to say and you might maybe have a bit of a point, Damon will hear you out at the very least. But if he don't fuck with you, then he'll fuck with you, and you get the chop, and you can keep your tongue, but you're gonna shut the fuck up for the rest of this time, though.
No problem.
Anyway, so that was my comparison. It wasn't in any other way. Just the fact that whoever's the last person in the room, is the last.
I don't know if that's true.
Not Donald Trump. Not Donald Trump.
Yeah, I think she has a plan of what she wants to do, but unfortunately, she was banking on everything being as her father left it. She wasn't thinking that they were going to purposely fuck shit up just in case they had to vacate the premises. So I'm like, she has some good solid ideas. If she had money, she knows that she needs to pay the gold cloaks and the soldiers, and she also needs to provide some food, some relief for the people. But right now, I'm like, I hate the fact that Damon's not there, because he is preventing her from like leaning too far into like gaining the people's trust right now. Because right now you don't have nothing, so you can't get trust from people who really don't give a shit. Because at the end of the day, the small folks don't care. They don't care who's in power as long as I got a sandwich or something. As long as I can figure out.
What I don't understand is why didn't she siphon some of the blockade so that some of the food was stored on Dragonstone during that time? I mean,
do the same shit that you did with the boats. Yeah, but that was one time though.
Yeah, she did that one time. And she could have kept some. She could have put some in reserve.
And she was also banking on Alicent doing what she needed to do to end this war, thinking that she had control and not understanding that Alicent is in a corner. They put baby in the corner, all the way in the corner, and she can't go nowhere.
Well, I mean, was she even? I'm debating whether she was even in the corner, because they was always looking at her like, "Why are you even talking?"
That's why she's in the corner. Like,
the fuck. I mean, in the corner outside.
Like, girl, didn't nobody? Thank you so much for opening the door and letting us in. Now, get the fuck out.
Mother of the realm. Welcome to Mother Realm. Thank you for coming through, my lady. Always good
So
to
I'm
see
like,
you.
yeah. So I think that she
Hey,
has
Brian.
good intentions, but man, it's hard when you don't have any resources to make shit happen. And the person who is like balancing the other side of the table is gone.
Sorry, is KP here? He's there. Did he leave? And then did we let him in?
If he is, he's off camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought
that's what it was.
Okay. Well,
yeah,
hopefully he comes.
KP. I don't know if you like have to reboot or if you're having tech issues, but I can't see you in the list to bring you up. Like we heard you come in, but I can't see you. So maybe refresh or restart.
I was thinking, we were talking about the small council. Like yesterday, we were sort of talking about how, she doesn't have a small council, but it's sort of like kind of falling apart. But then she had, first off, what do you guys think about Orwell's suggestion of Torrin Manderley, though, as the master of coin? Because then if he fails, he'll get the blame. What do you all think of that?
I think he's a Manderley, and at this point in time, they are already in the, which is why I was questioning why he was here. Because when she said that she was raiding all the noble homes, I'm like, wait, the Manderleys don't got a home there though, brother man. Why are you even here?
That's what I'm confused. Like he was just in the hall, just watching the shit for shits. He was like, "Oh shit, I got in."
Fuck! And like he's literally with the shits. And if you don't understand what that means, there he is. Go ahead. If you don't understand what that means, it's like basically he's reading the room, he sees the pettiness of it all, and he cosigns.
Yes.
And he's sitting there because the whole time he's not intimidated by Rhaenyra at all. He's showing respect. Don't take that wrong. He's showing respect, but he's also looking at the shit that she's doing. Like, oh, wait a minute.
That's okay. All
this
right.
bitch might have some teeth. Hey, I can maybe get with this. And I feel like, and I feel like they showed us that exchange for a reason. It's another Chekhov's gun that's going to come back in at some point in time. We don't know how because they off script from the book right now.
Yeah, because technically he be there. Technically that person be there, but not right there.
Exactly. That's a change that we were not expecting.
But I think that's also, like the timeline is getting faster. That's probably why they were like, quick.
Yes, yeah. But my biggest thing is
good evening, good night to everybody.
Why has no one sent a damn raven or a proxy person or whatever to the Iron Bank?
They did. They mentioned it. They mentioned it in the episode. They did. And I was like, finally somebody mentions the Iron Bank.
Yeah, Manderley.
Okay, I must have missed it.
They haven't.
Wait, did she order him to go there, or is he on the way?
Damon said
they sent him.
They sent ravens, but they haven't heard word back from the Iron Bank.
But they were asking about a loan, though. They were asking about a loan, not like, where's our money?
Yeah, they were asking about a loan.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're asking for a loan, and that's what they should be doing.
Yes.
Yeah, because they don't know where that bullshit rapist took the money. I don't know. Actually, what are y'all's opinions on that? Wait, hold on. Let's have KP do his intro, and then we'll come back to that. What's going on, brethren? What go on?
I'm good. I just have to take a quick shower.
Where's the smoke though?
Yeah, where's the smoke?
Oh yeah, it's right here.
We need you can't come in with the aesthetic and then not keep it every time.
I'm still setting up. I'm just setting up. Everything is here.
He did the moisturizing, and then he's going to do the misting.
Did you dye your hair since yesterday?
I was going to say,
my child did it because
I see you twinning because that's literally the color I have on the end of my locks right now.
Oh, nice. Well, yeah, I like it. It's cool. She likes these fans. She likes these hairdressing thingies. So I volunteer.
Yeah, she pays me $27. You have to be the subject. That is prime daddy mode.
And she pays $27. I mean, listen.
She pays you for it too, bro. That's a win-win right there.
Listen, I'm mad at it. I can't. So good night to everybody. I'm seeing who am I seeing in the chat there? A gentleman. What's the gentleman's name?
Are you talking about on the panel? That's AU.
Packmule.
AU.
Yes,
this is
John.
KP. This is AU. We have known AU for years on years since the Game of Thrones.
I've seen some of I think I've seen some of you guys. I've seen them making the rounds back in the GOT days, in the
Yes, indeed.
mid-season,
Yes.
late season. Yeah,
Well,
Yeah,
man,
AU has his own
that was
channel as well.
oh nice,
Yes, he does.
nice. So everybody has a channel except me, and it's going to keep being that way.
Look, that's okay. Look, my cousins come through every now and then, and they literally only stream when it's with me.
Yeah, Jenny's asking, can you actually send a Raven to Bravos?
Yes.
Is it's not too far?
That's not just a Westeros thing. That's the main form of communication. Like, unless you're sending an actual messenger, a person.
Is it Hightower? It's not Hightower.
That is
Red,
it's not Hightower Red. What are you
well,
talking
maybe
about?
with the lighting, when he has the red on the lighting.
No, that don't look red.
It's blonde, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like it's it's supposed to be a platinum blonde. I think it will get a little bit lighter because last time it did the same thing too. So like when
With
I
the
wash
sun
it
and
out and I
everything.
go to bed and like in like a day or two, it should get back to like a more neutral kind of less.
Yeah, it takes a while
vibey
because you
color.
have dark color hair.
Yeah, and I've done it a couple times. Like we're not new at this, me and this child. You know what I mean? We're not new. We've been doing this for a while. Since she was like 6.
I'm sure she done gave you
She's
your fair
13
share
now.
of manicures and pedicures.
I mean, not actually. No, she doesn't. She's not a foot person, or like no, she doesn't have the patience for that. It has to be something that.
All right.
Like, and I wouldn't want it either. But my child is weird. She's different. But yes, so we're talking about episode 4.
Okay.
Episode 4.
Mm-hmm.
I will say it was one of my favorite episodes.
Give us one big thing that was like your fave in the episode.
One big thing. Okay, so the Ormond Hightower eruption. That was hella cool. That was very, very cool.
Oh, like when he was hitting the desk.
Yeah. That and like not just that, but the production before it. When he reads the thing and he starts rolling it up, and he's like tapping something, and Darren is like, "Get out," and she's like, "Get out." And then he puts his sword in properly, tucks in his shirt, and he takes 2 or 3 steps backwards to give everybody enough space to do what he has to do. And my boy pushes himself up and then goes insane for like a minute, and then buttons himself back up and just sits back. Like I didn't necessarily buy him as some mastermind Tywin Lannister type person until he did that. Like that let me know that all of this niceness, all of this nicety, this lovely accent and these nice words and paying obeisance to the gods and so on and so forth, to the light of the seven and all whatnot. All of that is basically a facade for a psychopath. And Sarah knows it, I think. And he's resisting it, but like, yo, if that's your dad, and on top of that, I mean, he's not his dad, right? But like, he's as much of a
father
dad
figure.
He called him sire, right? He called him sire.
Yeah.
You don't just a prince is not just going to call any random person sire, but that's not even
a prince that was brainwashed would.
Correct, because it's not even normal for a prince who's like for a prince that's warded with somebody else to call him sire. You'd call him master, you'll call him ward master, but sire is a very, very specific word. If in like the medieval times that they're supposedly kind of placing this into a pseudo different Westeros medieval timing. So I thought that was a really, really, and it had it all the way at the end. I thought it was a really, really, it lets you know a little, it lets you kind of know a little bit more about that character and about his character and like what he really wants. Like all this niceness, all this pretty boy business, like don't get that fooled. I will murder you. That's so I like that. I like that. I'm looking forward to seeing more of that because everybody loves a good villain, and I think the show kind of has been missing that. House of the Dragons has been missing a good villain because we have 2 sets of anti-heroes, but that you can see the good, you can see where they're coming from, and you could also see where they're definitely wrong at. But with Ormond, like he's a definite villain. Like he's a villain. He has sinister plans, for
You know why that
the
is?
realm and for this child. What's
That's
that?
because he's a high tower, and the high towers have always
Had sinister plans. Yep.
And it makes sense. That's why I'm looking at him like you are actually no, I can't even say he's Jim Jones. No, I think he's like far beyond where Jim Jones was.
He's Jim Jones if Jim Jones got to be really big and then have a child and that child was bigger than Jim Jones.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why he's ahead of where Jones was at.
Yeah. He's like, I don't know if you guys know what the Moonies, but the Moonies, like there was a dad that was in charge and the dad died, and like there was a war between the stepmother and like the two kids, and like eventually one of the kids came to America and he started his like a separate break-off sect that worshiped the guns. Like he's that guy. He's the guy that comes in right after the horrible guy and is more horrible. And I am here for it. I can't wait to see somebody burn his ass with a dragon. That has to happen. That's not even in the book, right? That is not even in the book. But like the way they're playing it, it has to happen. He has to be burnt by a dragon for me to feel satisfied with his story. Pardon me. Pardon my
no, we talked about it before you came in. Yeah, I don't think it's going. I think it was Meeks' idea. I don't think it's going to be a dragon. It's going to be the leader of our winter wolves that are on their way post haste to the spot. And because Orman has that allergy, well, it's not an allergy, but his whatever OCD thing
he doesn't like
from, he don't like bad smells and whatnot.
He's
the stinking ass, always ready to pop off. Winter wolves are coming in, and that might
that'll
change
be cool
that
too.
battle.
But like,
I like the idea of the dragons pooping on him, and he gets killed by the acidic dragon poop.
Yes,
melts his skin off or something. Yes, I'm watching Little House on the Prairie, y'all. I'm watching it. It's so good.
Girl, the first episode, I was like, my God, in heaven. Huh.
Wait, hold on. Did they reboot or remake?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to show you
they
guys.
Rebooted, so is it a continuation or
it's a new one? It's a retelling.
Where is this streaming?
Netflix.
I have to show you. this picture.
Oh, okay, I got that.
John might have seen it. I don't know if John. If
I didn't hear nothing about that.
What show is that?
Little House
on the Prairie.
Oh, nice. I remember that from back in the day.
Okay, I'm gonna share this with you guys.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Who's that hot
and
stuff?
with an E.
This is me.
What's up, hot
I know, and with an E.
Wait, yo. Heidi is looking like baby Catelyn Stark with glasses, bro. Girl. What?
Yeah, that anyway, red hair.
Yeah, that's me. And I shared it.
Totally forgot you were a redhead because we've seen you in the awesome auntie hairstyles this year.
So I shared this because my mom made me this dress because I love Little House on the Prairie so much when I was a kid. So she made me this little Peter Pan collar style dress. And anyway. The show is so good. I absolutely love it. And I highly recommend everyone watch it. And so that's it. Yes. I would never have showed that picture, but now I'm old enough to be like, I don't care if you guys know. And that's the first pair of glasses I ever had as well.
You have to get to that stage in life. When you get to the stage where your teenage weird pictures no longer fit
my
you,
weird pictures.
You've grown. You've done some work. You've healed.
So,
all right. Real quick for this comment that Jenny's saying here, Jim Jones used Flavor Aid, but everyone likes on the Kool-Aid. Yes, exactly. And I am very much knowledgeable about this whole situation because the shit happened in the jungles of my homeland in Guyana. What that phrase that everyone knows, don't drink the Kool-Aid, Jim Jones is the reason that phrase exists.
Right.
But a key thing that most people forget is it wasn't Kool-Aid. It was the knockoff Flavor Aid.
Which I've never seen in America, but
we got Flavor Aid.
But also, those people were forced. Those people were forced under gun, like they were forced to drink it.
Some weren't.
The majority of them.
The majority,
were,
I think, were,
but not all of them. There were some people that were literally in there talking about, let's die with dignity. Like, bitch, no.
Die with
the new Little House just came out. John, have you seen the new Little House?
No, ma'am.
Oh,
is it worth us talking about?
First of all,
is it worth us talking about?
The new Little House. The guy who plays Pa Ingalls, by the way, he was in The Artful Dodger. I don't know if anyone's seen that show.
I have not seen
so
that.
it's set in Australia. He plays the inspector. He is sexy as hell.
Fine.
So that's what I was going to say about Pa Ingalls.
Let me go ask Google.
Him's sexy.
What's the name you said?
I mean, y'all don't need that. You have me and Au Packmule. Like, that should be enough entertainment for you guys. Like, I feel a little bit, offended by that. Like, come on. Like, anyways.
Well, no, but I'm talking about.
Don't if you soon lose what you don't appreciate, so don't worry about it. You know what I mean? I'll take a hint.
I know that was before I saw your new hairstyle there, KP. So
thanks. I'm glad. I love I had them down to like my chest for several years, and I started growing them for that Jay-Z reason. I started growing them because my daughter was like, I don't like my hair, it's so thick. And I was like, but your hair is just as nice as mine, and mine is awesome. And she was like, yeah, but you cut yours. I'm like, I don't have to. And that's how I grew it back out again. And I cut it again, like I'm kind of great about it. Me and this child have a very, very love-hate relationship, and we are like, I very rarely argue with my wife. It's 13. So I very rarely argue with my wife.
Yep.
But me and this child, Amaya, her name is Amaya. Me and Amaya, like, we argue literally every day. We argue on text. We argue on FaceTime. Like, she called me during the middle of the day in school to argue with me about something, and I'll be like, listen, I have a meeting. I'm like, look, fellas, I need to cuss my daughter out.
Hold on, real quick. Meeks, because I'm looking up the character. What was the character y'all were just talking about?
The dad.
Who?
I'm sorry.
Pa Ingalls.
Paul Ingalls.
Oh, from that show.
Charles.
Charles Ingalls.
Oh, Charles. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I call him Pa because that's what.
Yeah,
Laura
that's what
calls
Paul
him.
Ingalls. Yeah.
He is a handsome man. I give y'all that.
Yep.
I'm glad y'all got some eye candy there.
It's a kind of a no-star cast. Like there's really nobody who is, and a lot of them are British. So it's not even, but I'm supposed to interview the designer.
Agree that maybe over the weekend we'll catch at least one episode of Little House on the Prairie, and then we'll see.
Yo, I'll watch it. I'll definitely watch it because I am
definitely not talking about it because I ain't gonna be here. So
right.
Like, well, yeah, easier for me to get me to watch a show. Yeah, is to tell me that we have to talk about it afterwards.
Meeks will be disappearing next week. We
San Diego
to the Comic-Con.
Okay,
Comic-Con.
Okay,
oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Where you heading to, or is it a location undisclosed?
Oh no, it's San Diego Comic-Con.
Okay. That'll be awesome.
Luke.
That'll be awesome.
Or sorry.
Are you doing cosplay?
Oh hell no.
Just
no, I'm dressing.
Just going.
You're not going to dress in Bridgerton attire?
Hell no,
Bridgerton.
Absolutely.
Your Bridgerton attire look manageable though. Well, no, it is a wig,
like a corset.
My whole titty will be out, and that's arresting. You can't have a titty out in San Diego like that.
For real?
Yeah. You could do that here, but the Comic-Con is not here.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
I understand.
The great thing about the new series is that they have the Osage in it, which they didn't have that in the original series. For some reason, there were no Indigenous people in the original series, so they do have the presence of the Osage, which I think are in the books. So yeah, that's kind of an interesting conflict that's happening. So I think everybody will enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
The Osage Indigenous folks of the prairies, the Indigenous tribes of the prairies were the Osage. So they have the presence of the Osage because the Ingalls and all of those other folks are settlers on Indigenous
on their
land. On their lands, yeah. So they have that in the storyline. And I think it was in the original book, but it got removed. I don't know. It was the 70s.
About right.
Yeah, the 70s and 80s were a time. Yes.
I wasn't around.
A dynasty, for the love of God.
Hate the Oh my God. Heidi, remind me after we get out. I have a person that I would like for you to check out on Instagram. He has been doing voiceover scenes with scenes in Dynasty, and they have been choice.
Amazing.
I will send you that after we go.
Yes, I'd love to see it. Okay, so back to the show.
Yes, back to the show though.
We digress.
Look,
That
y'all know we do
Why are you
tangents
here?
over here. Okay, this is not new.
Cave
Tangent
Rhaenyra.
capital of the world.
Or Cave Rainies. Or
Listen,
Raina. Cave
no.
Raina or Cave Rhaenyra?
Look,
The
bro,
most I
Lena-
have is a T-shirt that says a bunch of dragons' name on it. That's how hot it is. I'm not playing with nobody. It's
look.
hot.
Lena is rolling over in her grave right now,
Mm-mm.
looking at some of this bullshit, bro.
Mm-mm.
I feel bad for my girl.
Or no.
R.I.P.
No.
Triconis.
Yeah,
a lot
that's
of the
my-
people
my-
that would have
Anytime
been.
somebody texts me, Daenerys yells at me.
Do we want to talk about Daemon going to the Eyrie and
Yes.
having the meeting? There,
Yes.
that was really fun. Do you want to talk that scene?
Kick
and
it
then,
off.
and then. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead,
So we
Heidi.
have
Give me
Daemon
some money
visits
and I'll leave.
Jane Eyre, yes, and she's in like what's the tree? What's the throne made out of that she's sitting in?
Weirwood.
It is at Weirwood? Okay, well,
Yeah.
apparently, by the way, and behind the scenes, they recreated that whole set
Yeah, I saw
from
that.
the original. Did you see that?
Mhm.
It was incredible.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So,
The only
And-
thing that I thought was different was like they had that guard around the moon door. That wasn't there, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly, right?
yeah.
It
I
was,
wonder
it
why
was.
that changed.
Was,
They had a-
was
yeah,
it? There
yeah,
was a little
it was-
opening.
there was
a little
always
opening.
there was a railing like around,
yeah.
you know,
In case
let's
somebody
say 80%
accidentally
of
falls
it,
in.
and there
Okay,
was a
maybe.
little open spot that you could walk into, but there was a railing all of it around it all the time. I always
I
say
thought
that,
it was
you
just a
know,
lever that was there. All right.
I always say that I don't mind the moon door being the way it is as a trap door and not like an actual door. But don't call the moon door, because the point of the moon door is that when you opened it, you saw the moon, and then, you know, you threw the person out the castle. You don't see the moon in this other one. So
Well,
that's
unless
a
they're
big
referring
thing.
to your ass being the moon as it's in the air and you're falling.
Yeah. As you're in
Then
free
you
fall.
are technically seeing a moon.
That's how
Yeah.
I've always taken it.
Maybe
Because
that,
if they actually
listen,
wanted to see
thank
the
you for
moon,
the
they would have to
education.
be way higher up if they wanted
Thank you
to
for
see
the
the moon.
education,
Just
because
saying.
that makes sense now. Now that I process that is like, oh, duh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I get it.
Well, first off, I have to say, because as a costume channel, I just have to say how much I loved her costume. It's
She's the
probably
best
gonna be-
dressed, period.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dripped
And
out down.
she looked like
Lady Aaron.
she looked amazing. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
she
yes.
is walking the runway, whatever set she's in, she is winning.
She,
Mhm.
Alice, and Simone.
Oh, it's some Alice. Yeah.
She,
Definitely.
Alice, and Simone are drippy as.
Which
F.
one's Simone?
Simon.
Simon.
Strong.
Oh yeah. Simon Strong. Yes, Simone.
Yeah. Simone.
Okay, sorry. Yes.
You
yeah,
can't
he's-
call a guy
Is
like
his-
that
is his
Simon.
name
He's
Simone?
I
Simone.
know. I know.
Well-
He's a diva. He was definitely a diva. Rest in peace, Simon.
He's
I'm
too
very-
fancy to just be a Simon. You know what I mean? He has to be
Yeah.
a Simone.
Okay, wait.
Now I
I
have. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
just real quick. I have a thought here. The Weirwood throne. Remember, we were all questioning like how Lady Aaron knew what happened so quickly when nobody else really knew at that point in time. What if it was because of the Weirwood throne? Because
I think she-
in Game
I
of
think it was
Thrones,
just
Sweet Robin is
deduction.
like always hearing voices and shit.
Yeah.
And I feel
No,
like that
no.
Weirwood throne factors.
Yeah,
into
but that's probably because that little boy is mad because he's sucking titties. at
Well, I mean,
11
yeah.
years old.
I mean that also.
Could
but
be that.
you don't just having a Weirwood
think it's
throne is
sense of
not like a
deduction.
regular thing.
I thought
think
it was a raven.
Yeah, because I'm like, at this point,
correct,
her
yeah,
allies would need to
it's-
know what the
it's-
fuck's going on.
a raven came and told her stuff happened at the gullet. Oh, and by the
It
way,
was
some
very
random
fast, though.
dragon
It was too
killed.
fast.
Yeah, some random dragon ended up killing Jaceres. And then
And she
they
went right
described the
to
random
Lady
dragon,
Aaron.
and she was like, "Oh, wait, that dragon is the same dragon that we have here. That has been just terrorizing the sheep." And then the child comes on the dragon. She does two. She adds 2 and 2, or I should say, she adds 1 and she multiplies that by 1, and she gets 2 like
I have a
terror.
dragon right here.
And she kind of deduces that. Wait, oh, that's a
No,
dragon, and
she
you're
said
riding
that
it.
she
Get away.
she said that she knew that dragon killed Jace though. That's what I'm questioning. Like, how
Yeah.
would she
It was
know
too
that?
fast.
I think deduction. She would have known by now that
She
a
wouldn't have known
dragon-
Jace was out there.
Yeah, I am sure like news like that gets out by Raven really quickly. And on top of that, to remember that there is warp speed in Game of Thrones world,
Oh,
right? So anytime you have a problem with like the time something takes to happen, remember
Littlefinger
that warp
TARDIS
speed
services.
exists
exactly.
in Westeros.
Getting you
So
where you need to be, no matter actual time or physics.
no matter the time, no matter how far it's supposed to be and how much days it's supposed to take versus some other place, you're gonna get there on time when you're supposed to be there. So I think a Raven came. She realized that a dragon had something to do with Jaceres' death, and the dragon that they're describing is the same dragon that's been terrorizing us over here. And then, this scale comes on that same dragon. You did something that I don't want to know about. Leave. So I don't think it was like, but I mean, I could be wrong.
Who
What do you guys
who
think?
do you think would have sent the Raven then? And I'll post that as a question to everyone.
The Dragonstone. I think Dragonstone would have sent it. Remember, she's an ally, right? So Dragon, if the prince is dead, like you wanted to have that message go out to all of your bannermen and whatnot as quickly as possible. In case, for example, in this particular case, because the person that you did it, or the dragon that did it, you described it, and the demon might have had an idea that dragon was in the. So the Dragonstone would have sent that out. You don't think so?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so too for the allies. Absolutely, I think the allies would have known.
And Aaron is the veil, despite the fact that they really don't want anything to do with him, the veil is still an ally.
They got to keep a titty of the information.
Yeah, they're neutral allies.
Yeah, neutral bending on
sense.
black. Right. Yeah.
I have to make a comment about this. By the way, I love this comment. It's hilarious. That Lady Jane Eyre's outfit was a bit country western, because I have to actually give, like, Michelle Clapton, the original designer of Game of Thrones. She created these worlds, like she really did. So all these folks that come after are like, they should be kowtowing her, because she's the one who created. Yeah, they're children. She's the one who created the silhouette. So they're riffing off of the silhouette that was established in the Game of Thrones series, and I love that with the cartridge pleated cape. And then with the falcon and everything. And but I think what you're referring to, there's these little sort of like tassels that are kind of like little suede tassels. The one thing maybe people don't know, and I think this is a sort of a Star Wars thing, it's a little bit of a Star Trek thing. There's no fasteners really in the Game of Thrones universe. There's no zippers, there's no buttons. So everything is done sort of with like weird like lacing and things like that. So I think that's how the costume is closed. Straps, exactly. So
lacing without buttons.
They don't have buttons.
Oh wait,
were
they made like a corset?
Like a
where
it would be,
you get it on and then you pull. Okay.
It'll be under the arms. They'll have lacing. If you notice,
on the
men,
side.
they'll be wearing on the sides. They'll have the men will
yeah.
have detachable sleeves. They'll be laced on. So everything is laced. And then, like Jaime Lannister, for instance, his coat was done up with lacing. So that's what it is, I think.
Okay.
Because I remember Pete Peppers was like, "What is that? A dress? Is that a cape?" It's kind of like a thing that would she probably put over top. So it does have a little bit of a country western thing, and also probably because of its sort of the color, it kind of maybe is a bit Tammy Wynette. I get that.
It allows the arms to move kind of freely.
Absolutely. Yeah. And the idea is like
it was lovely.
And in the original series, the idea. Absolutely. The idea originally was it's supposed to look like a falcon. So it kind of attached at her wrist. So when she went out like that, it kind of looked like bird-like. So anyway, I have to just, to Michelle Clapton, I give her
by the way, I think Lady Aaron is literally the best casted person in the show.
She's so good. She's
Lady
mother.
Aaron I saw in the book.
Yes.
That is his best person. Yeah. The best casting. She matches that character like to a T.
And she was mother and raised by wolves, if anybody saw that show. And then Adam is father.
Because I'm looking at a woman's face and I'm like,
Alan. That's
she's been in something I know.
And she looks so different in that because she's wearing like a unitard.
But as soon as you said it, I was like, oh yes, okay, yes.
So anyway, that's my whole thing about the costumes.
That's I love the costume stuff. By the way, I don't know why. I've never.
Glad.
I just for whatever reason, Game of Thrones and certain Downton Abbey and whatnot haven't gotten me to a place where like I probably wouldn't wear it myself. but I like seeing the the drip of the past, 500 or 1,000 years. It's very, very interesting, and also to see how like it moves. You know what I mean? And it's colorful, which is something
Absolutely. Yeah.
a lot of the like movies about medieval time whatnot don't make you think everybody wears gray and black. Everybody wears gray and black, and maybe a
They
king might put
didn't.
some gold somewhere.
Right.
But like
Yeah.
they're blues and there's reds, and it's
Oh yeah,
it's really
absolutely.
nice.
Yeah.
All right, but
anyway.
back to the show.
Mhm.
Yeah, so bring us back to the show.
Tangents.
So we had this scene with Damon and meeting Jane Eyre in the Vale with her dogs.
Mm.
And so anyway, so what would you like to all say about that? Besides her costume.
You said, wait, which scene?
The scene that we were
with
talking about, Lady
Damon-
Erin, with Damon asking
Damon
for money.
goes to ask for money, yes.
Mhm.
And then they're having a little bit of banter. And I love how she's high and he's low, by the way.
And she's still
That
being
was
petty while she's
You
up there being
can't
high
leave
as
because
well.
I leave.
Yeah.
She is
And
super
look-
petty, as she should be. However,
Yeah.
As she
comma,
should be.
hurry up and get the money so he can leave.
Mhm.
That part.
If you don't like me,
That part.
Just
hurry up
listen.
and get
I
the money
don't.
so I can go.
The
It
situ-
behooves
it's
you
mutual.
to give me
Just
what
bring-
I asked
just
for.
Give me what I did. Give me
and
what
then
I
I
came
can
for.
go.
I'm gonna leave. Take the
Exactly.
dragon.
That
and
part.
we're out. We ain't never gonna come back up here for like
Yeah.
10 years. We
And
good.
I wonder how much what was it? How many gold dragons was it?
I don't think it was meant. I don't remember it being specifically mentioned.
Because I'm
But
like, I
it
don't
was-
think that's enough.
Enough for a month or two. You know what I mean?
I don't
should
think it was
be
a
enough
month or
for
two. I think it was less than that. But I'm
Yeah,
like,
because those bags
man,
were
we
not
gotta
very
come
big.
about the pockets.
There was like
Yeah.
5 bags, and they was not very big. They were not very big. But
I think it was
if-
10,000.
I don't remember them saying an actual number. But
I remember him coming in and saying, "I have brought 10,000."
He might
gold.
have when he went when
When
he
he came
as
back.
he was putting the head on the table or before he put the head on
Yeah.
the table.
Yeah.
He may
So
have.
I'm
he
like,
may
girl,
have.
that wasn't enough.
Lottie was
You're-
saying they thought they saw 2 bags, him put on the dragon.
Hey, Lady B.
but then he only
yeah.
arrived with
He didn't
1
have- It was
bag.
like it was a good amount of bags. It was like 2 of I think it was like 2
Yeah.
or 4 maybe.
But how many
Yeah,
bags
was-
did he put on the
They
table?
were surrounding the seat. We only saw the last 2 that he barely
Yeah,
managed
yeah,
to
but
strap
he
in
had a
before
bunch.
Alexis was like,
Yeah.
He was
We gotta
wrapping
go.
them
I
up.
don't
And
recall.
yeah.
yeah, Caraxis was like, we
Yeah.
gotta leave. I smell something. I smell something. I smell a friend.
Yeah,
I
they
smell
were
a
Like,
kin.
no, Caraxis, no. It's like,
Bro,
nigga, I have to show you something.
Caraxes, when it comes to these dragons having personalities, bro, Caraxes is
I
my
love it.
favorite.
Little noodle boy.
Right, because
Little
Caraxes will always come in, ready to pop off. Like,
He's like,
I heard y'all was talking
listen,
shit.
we good,
Why,
we good.
why
But like,
the fuck am I
need to show
smelling
something
my
to you.
baby? Why am I smelling my baby that has been missing for how many months? She's not supposed to be here.
Family.
I'm smelling 2
and
things that
and
not supposed to
the
be up
thing-
here, and I'm taking
The
you
thing
to
I love
investigate.
about that scene is the whole time Caraxes and Damon are arguing like a married old couple.
Yeah,
Oh.
like,
Damon
I
is like,
know. I told you on the
"You
left. What are you doing, guys? Listen, wait,
When
hold on.
he
I'm
comes
taking you
out-
somewhere.
When he comes out, Caraxes is like, hurry the fuck up. And then Damon is like, don't be trying to fucking rush me, okay? You know what the hell we came for.
I'm
We got some shit to do.
Why
And it gets on, and
you
then
come back?
Caraxes starts going to the right when Damon said go left. He's like, you're going the wrong way. And Caraxes is
I have
just
something
like,
to show you.
the
I have something to show
up.
you.
we need to go investigate.
Trust me.
And he
trust me,
goes
girl.
in, and this is where we get that reunion with Reyna. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but I was hyper aware of Caraxes anytime they panned that camera back, and Caraxes was just sitting there again looking petty as fuck with a full-on grin on his face,
Right.
waiting for some shit to pop off, because you know he sent
Being
Sheep
nosy.
Stealer once he landed. It's like, wait a minute, hold on, why the fuck do you have my baby over here with you? What
He was
did
being
you
nosy.
do?
It was just being nosy. It's just like one of them kids that be like, look over here. And then they stand there and watch you look.
Uh-huh. And
That
Sheep
was a-
Stealer, of course, being the YN
The
dragon
wild feral
that
what
he is, started talking shit, and Caraxes was like, say something else, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Say something else, okay? And was yelling at him like an angry mom when their teenager stomps off to go to their room. As
just
soon as
think that
Sheep
it
Stealer
was-
fall off, Caraxes turned around with
I think it
I
was more
told you to get a
curious than
rider
angry.
and just live a good life. Why couldn't you just find a rider and live a good life?
Why
have to
did you take
be
my
out up
baby
here,
into this
be like-
bullshit?
all this
He's the Habsburg
drama.
dragon.
I don't think that it was angry. I think it was more curious with the whistles and the tweets and the sounding like birds. I think that they were just like, "What are you doing in that hole? Why are you in the hole? I don't live in a hole. Why are you?"
Listen, I'm chilling.
I smell.
I have a rider now.
I smell my dragon baby in this hole. My dragon baby is not supposed to be in this hole. Who are you?
Like, that's so strange. Like, you like it in there? It's odd.
It's comfy. It's cozy. You know what I mean? It's cozy. It's nice and warm.
Okay.
There's a lot of sheep around.
Can I ask? And I would love to go around with this, and I'll go last. We'll start in a circle. Meeks, you're first on my screen. So it gives you, what do y'all think of this whole interaction between Damon and Raina, and also Caraxes and Sheepster? Then we'll go to AU, then KP, Heidi, and I'll go last. Go ahead, Meeks.
I just think the dragons were super cute, as they should be, and I think that Sheepster was super protective of Raina, as he should be, because I mean, you got in trouble, so you know what you did, so you need to protect the rider that's riding for you. But I like to see that that Damon actually cared about Raina, because a lot of people are like, he doesn't care about none of his kids, and I was like, I think you're mistaken. This man actually does care about all of his kids, including
from day one.
Step nephews,
niece, nephews,
you know what I'm saying? The older
step kids, yeah.
He cared about them a whole lot. So actually getting
he just happened to like the one that rode a dragon a little bit more.
He just paid attention to the one who rode the dragons. Like,
there was favoritism.
Well, you got to think about it. All three Rhaenyra's kids were dragon. All of the Strongs were dragon riders. All of them. They all had dragons. Every single one of them. So of course they had his attention. And his daughter, Bela, had his attention because she was a dragon rider. He cared about Raina and cared about what she was doing, but you still in the back of the line. So to see him actually
he did play favorites.
Genuine care and concern for her. I enjoyed that a lot, because not just care about the situation, like, oh my gosh, you killed Jace, but oh my gosh, like, maybe if we go back and say what happened, you won't have to be exiled, you won't have to go away. Like, I don't want you to be out there by yourself, especially with this dragon you can't trust. Like, I don't want you. You're supposed to be with my other two sons in Pentos. Like, we had you safe. What are you doing? What are we doing? Why are we doing this? So I like seeing the concern that he had
with the dragon eggs.
Yeah, with the dragon eggs was very important. So I'm like, yeah, I love seeing that. I love seeing him being a dad, and I love seeing him trying to scramble to find an answer. Yeah, trying to find an answer. He's so proud of her. You're like, bitch, you got a wild dragon? How?
Yeah, I suspect. Oh, it's not my turn yet. You guys go ahead.
If there wasn't a war going on, he was being. Let's go inside.
Do it again.
Wait, hold on. Wait, no, you're breaking the order.
Well, sorry.
Let's get at you first.
Pardon me.
Yeah,
and then we'll come to you. Go ahead.
We always talk about George being the writer, and he is the master of gray characters, and this is where he shines, because just like last week when they were talking about the Strongs dying from one eye killing him, and then he was worried about the maester type woman. He's like verbally expressing his concern, and now in this one he's like literally inspecting her head, going, what is, are you okay? And then he wants to know about the relationship between her and her dragon, and is she safe, and that sort of thing. And this is just where George is as a master, and obviously the writer is picking up where he left off.
And
I like that.
It was Packmule, you done? Are you done?
Yep. Yeah, go for it, bud.
Yeah. So yeah, I enjoyed this scene a whole lot. I do have questions, but I like the scene, the interaction, the way he reacted. It was, and the mixture of emotions. I was saying, if there wasn't a war on, he was going to say, listen, we're going to go in this cave, and we're going to sit for like 3 or 4 hours, and we're going to talk about what you did to figure this out. We're going to have the longest conversation we've ever had. I don't think your son could come up and go down and come up again. I want to know every single second of what happened and what you did and what they did. If there wasn't a war going on, that's what the conversation would be about. I did not necessarily buy. This is like I said, this will be my major gripe going forward. yes, they took that rules out, and I'm not mad at that too much. But the idea that Rena would be so terrified to to go to the area and hide from her mother and her mother and her dad and her mother slash
Aunt.
aunt
Aunt.
slash
Yeah.
whatever cousin.
Stepmother slash
Yeah,
aunt.
Question
like
mark,
Yeah.
question mark,
she
exclamation.
she should know that if she goes home
Mhm.
and says what happened, that she's not going to be like nobody gonna do her none,
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
it was more than just it was more than just an accident. It was a series of unfortunate events because
Mhm.
he,
Yeah.
let's say, all right, yes, he did. Sheepsilla did burn Jesus Dragon at some point, but that's not why he died. He got hit a second time, and then when he got hit,
Mhm.
he sank, and when he sank, they shot him with 3 or 4 bolts. That's how he died. He did not die because Arena's dragon, Spitfire at her. And she knows that. He knows that. Everybody that was there knows that. So, like, for the idea that she would be so angry about something that she really did not do, and even if she did not have very much control over it, is kind of like, I don't believe that you believe that Renera and everybody else would treat you the way you think they're going to treat you, because I know better than that, so you should. So that's the only problem I have with it. The other problem I had was him killing that sheep further necessary? Was that necessary?
Look,
Like,
it
what does this prove?
what do you suggest he could have done?
I didn't
Because
find out.
to me,
I
was it
haven't
harsh
found out.
and vicious? Yes. Was it ruthless? Yes. But is it
I killed
something that I
him.
think a dad trying to protect his daughter would
Carax,
do? Yeah.
Caraxes, Caraxes bit Sheep's neck. They fell out the sky. They dropped into an ocean or to a big lake. I didn't really take the time to go dig it up, but trust me, they're dead.
Or you could have got an already dead body and been like, let me get this.
There's so many things. Like,
I
he
think
didn't
I
have to
think
bring
the
her
I'll
head
go with
back.
that.
I think the
There was
issue
a
that a
few
lot of
around.
viewers have with this is that Ormond killed an innocent man in the show, and then Damon killed an innocent man in the show. So we're kind of like, well, everyone like Ormond is this evil character. Obviously, he's a
Orman has a
fascist dictator. He's an evil character, but Damon, who is he's still the rogue prince, like just killed an innocent man. He's like, oh, there's somebody down there I could to save his daughter. I don't know that.
I would even
I
argue
get
that
it.
Ormond is like his killing of the innocent guy is something that made way more sense than Eamon's killing of the innocent guy. Like, first of all, Ormond is evil and mean, right?
Yeah.
So
So we expect that.
he's what he did there was to show his people that I'm with y'all. Whatever happens with you and these people outside here, I don't care about that. I'm with y'all. Now around them, I can't see that because it'll make things more difficult. But I'm with y'all. Like, this guy is dying. Trust me. And I think he castrated that guy? And no, I think that guy is probably the reason that guy was so, confident to do what he did and say the things he did, because he knew he was a pretty big deal in the military structure there, and he knew nothing would happen to him. He knew that. So I think that added a little extra something to Orman that I enjoyed. And it also asks the same, as you said. They both killed innocent people that they did not have to kill. Maybe they should have killed them or would have killed. They didn't have to kill this person, but they did. So who's bad and who's good?
I think for me the answer is neither, maybe, or both. I don't know.
They're both bad.
And
They're
that's
both
the thing
good and
about
bad
the
in
dance,
equal
but
parts.
I can't properly comment on that due to maybe possibly spoilers. I can neither confirm nor deny the validity of that statement. So we'll see what they do with it.
What I want to say, AK, have you had a chance to talk about this yet?
No. It's on you now, isn't it?
I just have one thing I want to say. So one of the things that because I know when they blended the storylines of Nettles and Raina is that do I have the right daughter? So Raina, that I did suspect that this could potentially become a rift between Rhaenyra and Daemon if she gets wind of at some point that he has defended his daughter. But I knew that he would defend her because, first of all, I think he would be proud of her that she was
loves
able
his
to.
Daughters.
He loves his daughters, but I think he would be proud of her the fact that she was able to, in a certain way, not completely tame a wild dragon, which is almost like probably unheard
Which
of
was
in West.
Yeah,
Nobody
he said it was
ever did
right?
that before.
Yeah, he said it was
based on him.
So really, it's kind of like it reminds me of like Vanya in the Umbrella Academy. So you got all these siblings, and all these siblings have these amazing skills, and Vanya doesn't have any skills, and everyone's like, "Oh, poor Vanya, she sucks." But in the end, it turns out supposedly in the end, it turns out Vanya actually is the most powerful of them all.
The most powerful. I love
the most powerful. So maybe that's sort of that is probably a little bit exciting to him and thrilling. So and like I think you say it's sort of
she
typical.
might be in on the Essos plan. The whole plan to go over the Essos and burn some people and conquer and whatnot. She might be in on that. She might be like, Dad, you know what? I'm done with this. We're going over there.
Hold on, slight correction, Heidi. Though actually, towards the end, it's not Vanya, it's Victor.
My apologies. Yes. I meant to say they, yeah, you're correct. Sorry. Victor now. But I think I have just one more thing to say. No, that's it. It'll come back to me if I remember later.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, so, you want to go? The stage is yours, my lady.
That's a dangerous thing to say. But yeah, I like this interaction between all of them. I think it was neat because like literally nobody knows what's been going on with Raina since she left. Where did they leave from? From Driftmark, right? And that's
from Dragonstone.
Yeah, from Dragonstone, I think.
Yeah, from Dragonstone, but it's been some time and nobody has said anything.
And that's one thing about Hot D, that they do not kind of show the march of time very well. So between the time when you see the second Rhaenyra, and now you only know you can only kind of guess on the timing by the age of Rhaenyra's kids, and they're dying out one by one. So like I find they don't do as good of a job as I would like of showing us time, the passage of time. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because nobody knows how long it's been.
Yeah, exactly. It does. Yeah, and that's another reason a lot of us are looking like, how is this actually going to flow coherently without dropping major things?
Yeah,
but Raina needs a hug.
Yes,
you can't get one,
and a good hairstylist. So Karen, maybe
what did you say, Meeks?
Your daughter
can't get a hug because she's ain't gonna allow that.
Let her go on the Instagram page.
Yeah,
make an appointment.
She was literally looking at her daddy like, "Yo, you're too close, man.
I don't like it.
You're too close.
You're too close.
And,
you're too close."
Yeah, and it wasn't just Daemon that also went into full Papa mode, but also Caraxes. The Caraxes was the reason we even flew over here.
Yeah,
because actually, I really love the Force.
By the way, it was Matt Smith's idea. Like, if you watch the, with Dragon's Belt or whatever, about having him be all unstable. And I noticed it's always like calm. Like they always do. Like Jace did that too. He did the calm.
Lakiri. Yeah, Lakiri.
Don't tell me.
Also, the dragon teaching us how to Valyrian one phrase at a time. Right.
You don't tell a woman to calm down.
That's another reason I thought that was so key, because this shows a bit of that intimate bond that dragons have with their dragon riders.
Like, the only time he ever contradicts.
Because Caraxes was gonna go and absolutely investigate, like, why is my human baby dragon over here? This ain't where she's supposed to be. Where are the other baby humans that she was supposed to be with.
Humans.
So yeah, I think that this that scene was really cool.
I liked it.
I love it.
Yeah, by the way, they
nice
shot
scene.
that. Most of that was practical. It was crazy, and then they created that cave. Though, John, did you watch the behind the scenes, like the?
No.
I know.
Sorry.
I normally don't, but I just did this for this episode because I was sort of curious about it. So, and Claire, the wonderful director, she directed this episode. I think this is one of my favorite episodes. So many great scenes.
A lot of work went into, from watching the behind the scenes, a lot of work went into making the sets as it seems as realistic and as like as similar to the older sets as possible. And you could feel that because I felt as though I was back in the area with Sweet Robin sucking his mama titty. That's how I felt. I felt like at any moment, Liza was going to call me like, "Why are you on my chair?" You know,
I want to bring
this is a specific callback for me. So, you know, no nipples were exposed in this stream. Just so y'all know.
Do we have that? Have we had that? Is that happening?
No, there's been random suspect things in the background on the first stream that I had Meeks on, and it involved
oh my gosh,
a naked auntie and titties and cupcakes, and yeah, it was a time.
What a time!
I want to bring up a couple of things that were written in the chat. So this one I thought was really interesting. Is a really great point. So if Damon can brush off his responsibility in the death of a toddler, then killing an innocent man is not a big deal. It's true. Like, I mean, we forget. Like, he murdered his wife. You know,
he is the rogue prince.
He's the rogue prince, and it's also George's favorite character. From what I understand, and also it's really interesting.
Him and Arya,
And Arya, yes. Yeah. And it's funny in interviews like Matt Smith. Doctor Who. Matt Damon. Matt Smith, in interviews, it's like, so he's saying apparently Sarah Hess doesn't understand why people why people love him, like love Damon. And he's like, well, of course they love me. Why would they not love me? But I think partly it's because Matt Smith does such an amazing job.
But also Damon is always going to 100% be Damon. No matter what the opposition is. He's the one character we could say you can see very clearly what his motivations are.
Yeah.
And you could probably bet your bottom dollar on what his reaction would be to a thing. Like somebody does X, you know what he's going to do after. He's a very straightforward. Yes, I made this kind of I had this kind of thought in watching episode 3 and 4, and I think Grey Area kind of mentioned it in something as well. She said something to the effect of Aemond is cosplaying as Damon.
Yes.
So Aemond is
from day one.
And because you have to remember too that Aemond and Damon have not had, especially as what we've seen, but I'm pretty sure from what we've not seen also, they have not had any kind of real relationship with one another. I don't remember seeing them have a conversation. Like I don't remember. I think they nodded to one another once, but I don't even remember them sharing words ever in the show or in the book. Except for the coming down to the end.
Wasn't there a dinner where Damon?
Yeah, there was a dinner where they were getting ready to fight. Yeah.
Yeah, Damon was just standing in the corner.
And Damon stood up and looked at Aemon, and Aemon was like,
correct. There was no talking.
Uncle cousin.
There was no talking. He stood up, he looked at him, and he was like, all right.
And
you have it tonight.
Immediately.
But like, I'm going to get you.
But Aemon's been fantasizing about it. He's been fantasizing all these years.
So he has.
So like Aemond, when they juxtapose and put side by side the way Damon takes Harrenhal, he comes down on his dragon, he lands in almost the same place, he goes through the same halls. But what Damon does is Damon does not just randomly kill people because everybody's kind of like, you're the guy, you won. And he's like, cool, all right, cool, I'm gonna chill out. But Aemond believes that what he did by just running with his dragon and killing everybody and then asking questions afterwards, he thinks that that's what Damon would do and that's why he did it. He doesn't realize the thing that Damon would do is the thing that Damon did, right? So he does not even have his own identity. His identity is caught up in the perception people have of him and the perception he has of people that he's trying to emulate. But he does not have a personality of his own. And I think that is part of the tragedy of this guy. Am I getting too Shakespearean on this, or does this make?
No, it makes sense.
No.
The show was kind of
this first,
Shakespearean.
yeah, like when this first started, Meeks and Lady D came up with that same thought because Eamon very much, damn near idolizes Damon. So when it comes to anything with that, and also if you look at all the shit that Otto was trying to say about how horrible Damon was in any role, that's actually Eamon that he was describing.
Exactly. Because
so we've been on that thought pattern for a while.
Who never even thought about usurping their brother? Damon. Who usurped their brother and in fact planned to get their brother incapacitated and perhaps killed so that he could usurp the brother? Eamon. And so Eamon is doing what he was told that Damon would do. But the people that told him that either didn't know Damon or they was just propagandizing him.
Yeah, they didn't like him.
Talking, or a mixture of both. Yeah, a mixture of both. So he's living his life as the anti-Damon. I'm going to be just like him, but better and badder. And he doesn't realize that the way he's going about it will ensure that he does not live to see a very long life compared to his uncle, who does live to see a pretty long life. So I think that's
I just want to do a sidebar. This has nothing to do with anything, but I was just imagining if an alien was watching this live stream and they were like, what the fuck is with these human names? Like Damon, Eamon, Raina, Lena,
Rhaenyra,
I am fully convinced in my conspiracy space theory brain that they are now currently watching Earth 2026 and seeing how much the flesh carbon bags are going to fuck up their planet.
They don't need to do anything. They don't need to do anything.
All they got to do is watch.
Yeah. Has anybody watched the 3-body problem? They just need to sit back and like let us do it.
It's the 3-body problem mixed with They Live. I don't know if y'all ever saw that movie with Roddy Piper and Keith David.
It's so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, we got to do a stream about They Live.
Write that down on the list.
Yes, we have to. I watched it.
It was James Cameron that did that, wasn't it?
It is so brilliant. No, I think it was John Carpenter.
John Carpenter, yes. And it was so ahead of its time. But if you go back and watch that movie now,
oh my God, John, you have to see it.
It's called They Live. Keith David and Roddy Piper, the WWF wrestler.
And Keith David, I think, ended up being in Alien. Isn't he the actor in Alien? Or am I wrong? No, I might be wrong.
Which Alien?
The original Alien, the one with
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver, the original. Isn't he the black actor in Alien? Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I don't think that's him.
Okay, I apologize.
What my childhood remembers him mostly as is the voice of Goliath in Gargoyles.
Anyway, sorry to go off on that, Keith David. Okay.
What you said that movie?
But anyway, we should definitely do a live stream. Yeah. Oh, he's like,
Put that
iconic.
Seriously, put that on the list, Heidi. Yeah.
I am. I'm gonna see what else.
It's a really, really good movie.
Oh, he was in Cloud Atlas. Okay, he's in all kinds of stuff. Okay. We'll definitely do that. Yeah, so the aliens because it also made me think of
back to the show.
Back to the show. By the way, before we move on, and this is related to the show, there was a really great conversation in the chat because we were talking about how many bags did Damon have. We should do a little poll. How many bags did Damon have? So people are saying some people say it was 4 bags, but he only gave up 1. Someone said he had 3 bags. But then what I thought was really interesting, if you look down a little bit later, people were saying, is that the gold that Jamie later found? Jamie in the Game of Thrones series later found some bags of gold. So we were saying, why would Damon have that gold? And maybe he hid it and in the Red Keep, and then it was found later in the
I don't think
Game of Thrones series.
Damon is not that. He's not that
Clever.
Not even clever. He's not that like asshole to be
Here's
like,
the comment.
my wife and queen
hide
needs
money.
4. I got 4 bags of gold to bring to my wife and queen so that she can keep her through, and I'm going to just give her 1 of them and keep 3 for myself so that I can go where and do what, because like I ain't going nowhere else apart from here to do anything else.
Yeah.
So I think it was just a matter of him, like he gets the palace and he's coming off the dragon with 4 bags or 5 bags, and he says, "Yo, Harry, hold these bags," and he holds one, and he's a prince. He doesn't have to hold all 5 or 17 of his bags. Like, so I don't think it was that, because nothing about Damon would make us think that he's the kind of person that would want to steal money. Like Damon does not give a flying bleep about money.
Well, I'll have to go back and watch it just to see. I mean, I can see him maybe taking one bag just in case, just in case bag, because she's going to give it all to the the folks of Flea Bottom. So, well, he didn't know that though. Anyway, I just wanted...
maybe if he it could be a thing. If he had suspected from before that's what she would have done, and he said, "You know what? I'm gonna just give her 1 of the bags. So I should give that away to the poor people. I'm gonna give the other 3 to pay my guys." I could see that.
Co-pilot says 4 bags. So
say what?
Said what?
What'd you say?
Co-pilot says 4 bags.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So
it was 4 bags. Okay.
So if he did abscond with the other bag, it was not for him to, party. It was for him to pay his guys because he thought that was money.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, he might have just gave her the 1, knowing that Missaria was in her ear, and kept the rest to try and pay them.
Yeah.
And even that is a
gold
stretch
cloaks.
to me.
Gold cloaks. Okay, speaking of that, so when we were back in, when he delivers the head, he delivers the gold. What did y'all think of Rhaenyra's reaction? That, why did you bring me a head? I wanted to have justice and so on. And then Mysaria in the mix.
I understand how she feels right there, because if you put yourself in her shoes, and like KP, Heidi, AU, y'all have kids. If something like this happened in like that day and age here for us in the real world, what would you do? Because I don't have kids that I birth, but I have baby cousins from my cousins that I love dearly. And 100%, if anyone was doing some random fuck shit to try to hurt them, it's war.
Yeah.
I don't even need to send a raven. I just have to send one random text, and we ride at dawn.
Yeah.
Quick. So I think I missed it. Who are we talking about?
We're talking about Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
So do you remember when Damon, he delivers the head on the table and claims that it was
that's
Chief
the head
Stewart's rider?
of
right.
Chief Stewart's rider. Yeah.
And Rhaenyra is like, what did she wanted to see them in their human form.
So that's why she would have been mad. You say that.
Yeah.
And that's,
if it was your child,
you would. Yeah. And that's the gist of what I'm saying. If it was someone that was connected to you, would have a different reaction for that. And what I can say from my real world experience, there's a lot of folks in the church that, like my family grew up in, that I know for sure are not about the rainbow activities, even though me and them might be cool on a level.
Yeah,
they're not for that. But
they will tell you.
And I've seen this in real time. The minute they found out that there's someone that is of my persuasion in the rainbow community, they will flip the script immediately because they care about that person and they want them to have like the opportunities and the best things that are cut off in some institutions because of being gay. So that's
and the Caribbean is a place that
the Caribbean is very, very harsh.
Trinidad, not so much. Trinidad, not so much.
You're right. Trinidad, not so much.
Like we have Carnival and we have a band called Legend where it's just a bunch of buff guys who go to the same gym in thongs and
Go to
like
the
some
same
weird like some effect, some wings and a golden thong with
Agreed,
platinum
Dominica.
gray boots and a little necklace over here and some like spray on tattoo, and nobody cares. Like you want to dance with men, you want to dance with women, that's your business. I want to dance with women. If you want to dance with men, that's you. I don't care. That's your business. So but it's very people in the church that do that too. It's also, I mean, in the black church, what persuasion is the generally male choir leader? What persuasion is he using?
Undercover.
I'm not even going to. We can just leave it there. In most black churches you go, the choir lead is a black man who's more than likely LGBT, and they would ignore that. Yeah, and people might look at them away or whatever, but they need this choir to sound good. So people look to the left on that, and what you may hear them say is, only he could just kick that one habit. Yeah, but so it's an interesting topic.
And
Yeah,
like what Meeks just put here.
I think a modern like equivalent to be is like her getting some closure from it. So normally if you have, she's got this trauma, this loss. And so even if the rider, this fake rider that she wants to talk to, would be able to offer an explanation of what happened. Like, why did you do this? And that, like someone was saying, it doesn't necessarily mean that she'd want to kill them, but it would give them an opportunity. Now, if Raina came down and was to do this, I don't know how that would go because she's family. And
that right there,
yeah,
that's the crux of it all, because Rhaenyra in this episode specifically said, I will never have peace about this, but I can maybe
You'll gobble up the crumbs.
Have a little bit of the crumbs. And it is interesting to think about, because what if she does find
as an interesting turn of phrase?
Do you think she believed that the head was actually the rider?
No, I don't think anybody actually. I don't think anybody actually believes that.
Look at those teeth.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Those teeth don't come from a dragon rider.
Yeah.
No.
A Targaryen bastard dragon rider does not have those teeth.
So not only is she upset at the fact that possibly she didn't have justice here, but also the fact that maybe Daemon was manipulating her.
Sure.
And is lying and covering. And she can tell that.
And she can tell.
She just
so maybe that's where the
she can tell that he's playing in my face, and he's never going to.
She's trying to grapple to what extent that is happening.
Yeah,
I don't think she's trying to grapple to what extent. I think she's trying to figure out why. No. Why? Like he's playing in my face. Why is he playing in my face?
That too.
And when she finds out, that's gonna be the kicker to watch what her reaction is. Yeah, you're right.
I just took
it. Don't we think it's hard? Sorry, don't we think it's like a little bit heavy-handed on that too? Like, because in terms of they're trying the same trope of like crazy Daenerys, they're trying to crazy Rhaenyra.
Yeah,
they are. Which Rhaenyra does crazy, but not for these. There's one petty crazy thing she does, but it's the one petty thing she does is follow what happened before that was like 1,000 horrible things that she had to react to, and then she does one petty thing that people aren't happy about. But like having her, to me, saying that she thinks this dragon rider on this dragon killed her son, so she wants that dragon rider dead and the dragon dead or whatever, and then she finds the dragon rider and realizes it's Rhaenyra and realizes it was an accident. I don't think Rhaenyra tries to kill her.
Of course not.
I will not buy that.
No, she would not.
So, and that's what they're trying to kind of develop, and that's probably what the Daemon Rhaenyra tension that has to happen eventually will be based on him protecting Rhaenyra, and I don't think that is something that she would get mad about. I think
it's more of the lie. I think it's more of the lying.
It's correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. But other people were saying that, like,
and they should know that,
Bela
which is why they
knows,
shouldn't
though,
lie.
I think. As well.
Bela doesn't know.
Yeah.
Bela
Oh,
does
she
not
doesn't
know.
know.
No, Bela
Because
doesn't
No one
know.
could see. No one knew. Yeah.
One person knew, and that's Jason. He is dead.
Oh,
and
he's gone.
right, and
Okay.
just because we
Raina.
when we did our stream with DJ and Fandom, we went back and looked, and yeah,
She didn't.
I also thought that Jace saw her, and yes, she did, but Bela did not.
Bela did not.
So yeah, so no one knows why.
And if she did, they would have made a point to kind of
She didn't say that's my sister.
make it obvious. Yeah, she never said that.
Raina said that's my sister talking to Bela.
Raina said that.
Stop. That's my
Yeah.
sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, and that was my confusion too, because I thought that was Bela that said that, but it wasn't.
Right.
It was Raina, and that's when you saw like Jace swoop in to help get Bela. And what is her dragon's name? Like Moonbeam,
Moon Dancer.
Moon Dancer. Yeah,
Moon
that's what
Dancer.
when he saw that. That's when he was like, "Oh wait, hold on." And Raina on her side was like, "Oh wait, that's my sister. Do not pull the Dracarys. Fall back." and that's what it was. Yeah, Jace was the only one that saw it was her, and Jace is now dead. So the one person that could have had her maybe get off the hook is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
this is why when we saw that they were combining the characters of Nettles and Raina, we didn't like it because Raina does have her own storyline in the book, and Nettle has pretty much not all of it, but the same storyline that we're seeing on screen with Raina right now.
The same storyline, except she's not Damon's daughter.
Right, exactly, and that's why I think they changed it, because they wanted it to be Damon's daughter. That has been a fan theory for a long time that she what the fuck
that Nettles
that Nettles was his lover, but it wasn't. It was actually
it was his daughter. Yeah. I believe that it was a daughter.
And do you think that that's the Maesters got that wrong? Is that what you think? That in or you think this is just for the show?
On that point, I think they were actually being truthful.
Right. When they said
and they
that
recorded it as such. So now it's Damon didn't just disappear after his fight with Aemon at the God's Eye. We never found his body. We found Aemon's body and the sword Dark Sister through his one good eye. And that was it. We don't know where the fuck Damon ended up. And I feel like the thought that Damon flew off with Raina to protect her, because he already knew Bela was going to be okay. Bela right now is the heir to Driftmark. So
a whole bunch of rich dudes she could get.
Raina needs help. And that is why I think Damon did that full fake out. And he.
Do you think he'll pull a Leno? You think he'll pull a Leno? He will.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think he ever died.
To protect his daughter. Yes, I think he will do that.
Yes.
I just want to wrap up this little story so that because we have a few more story points I want to get to.
Yes.
What did you think of my Saria's little line?
I'm sick of her.
Whose head is that, Damon? Well, a lot of people. Okay, the fans do not like her, and I have to defend the actress. I've seen her in other shows, and I thought
the actress
amazing.
is not the problem. It's the character.
Yeah.
Fuck the character.
Yeah. The actress is doing a good job.
But her accent's a little bit weird. Not crazy about the accent.
I don't even give a fuck about that accent. Nah, the character herself.
Get out of the way.
The character is not properly looking at the big picture.
She's not.
And during season POV, 1 right? And a couple of scenes in season 2, Masario was actually moving pretty smooth. But right now, I'm not saying that I don't want the small folk to have anything. However, the small folk are not the main driving force of your power. You need the nobles, you need the city watch, you need your own personal guard, the Queen's Guard, to be paid and able to actually still sit and do their jobs. You doing the fuck shit that you did right now. I mean, look, and I will repeat what I said last night, and I stand by it. Should she have just served them, the rat burgers from Demolition Man? No. However, did it make a very stark statement like, yo, y'all not about to be pushing me over like you did my dad, and you should get your shit all the way together? It sends a very powerful message.
Who said that?
So
Rhaenyra.
right there, when they had the rat stew.
Oh, so she's like, oh, y'all not gonna push
The
me
last
like
episode.
around. Yeah, okay.
It ties in. Yeah, it ties in with this. If you're not gonna properly make sure the small folk that work your lands are taken care of, then fuck y'all. I'm gonna do what I do, and that is a temporary solution. We saw her giving out, the little bread and food baskets that are probably only gonna last them a couple days, but they saw her doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So that is what counts. The PR of it is what counts.
Question. I do agree. PR is what counts. I think we said that last night. Question is deep, like for real. Let's be all the way real. Do we think Rhaenyra actually cares though? Like,
yes.
You think she cares?
Yes. As a student of Viserys, seeing what happens when you don't give a shit and seeing what happens when you do give a shit, she cares
about the small folk.
Yes. Especially right now, she cares.
That show Rhaenyra does.
Especially right now, she cares.
I don't know.
So,
I don't know the show Rhaenyra.
What did Viserys do that was against the small folk that caused them to do something against him? Like
she mentioned it. She mentioned it in this episode about how her father, people thought him as weak and people thought him as this. So she's like, I'm not going to be that. I'm not going to do that. I know that I have to care about these people. I know that I have to put effort towards these people and also towards running this kingdom. So
I have to be worthy of this position that my father put me in.
Exactly.
Right. That part.
But
that.
So I don't remember seeing or thinking to myself that, in this situation here, Viserys is showing that he really loves the small folk and he's trying to pass that message on to his daughter. I never really got that read from him.
No, she learned it from watching him. Not like, oh, my dad did this, so I got to do this. She watched how he didn't care. She watched how he did not care, and she's like, I can't allow this to happen on my watching. Like, I can't. I have to be better than that.
In what situation did she see him do something good for the small folk?
It's not about doing something good. It's about watching him fuck up and realize that I can't fuck up like that.
All right, wait, hold on. Hold on. Hey, you go ahead with what you were about to say.
I was just saying, she spent a lot of time in King's Landing with Daemon, with the small folk. So it wasn't like, especially when she was younger, before she went to Dragonstone.
Yeah.
So there is examples of her interacting with the small folk. Whether it was, specifically being sympathetic to them, but she knows that they're in a bad situation because of the war.
Right.
Yeah.
But
that of her own doing though. Like,
does that mean that she actually cares about them and is not? Because I believe that she doesn't care either way about the small folk. The small folk she could take them, she could take them, she can leave them. She doesn't care. However, if she can use them to gain some points and get them on her side as another ally, I think fantastic. She's going to do that, and she should. But I don't think she deep down, nothing that she's ever done or nothing that Viserys has ever done has made me think that Viserys didn't like the small folk and did things because he didn't do stuff for the small folk, they hurt him. I don't remember seeing that. Gotcha. And I don't remember a scene where Rhaenyra does something for the small folk just because, or where her dad tells her, yo, you should take care of the small folk because like XYZ. I don't remember that scene. It may be there, and I may have missed it, but I don't remember.
It might be because
the scenes made me feel that.
And you thinking that's a different character, but it was when she was not the same actress as she is now.
In which situation?
Because you're thinking about a
when she was
you're looking
younger.
for a direct example of Viserys say, hey, feed these people and it'll be great. And you're like, great. My dad told me to feed these people and it'll be great. It's not like that. She's watching how he ruled and then watching how Alicent, also from the back, was also ruling to trying to do what she could for the people when she could. So she's seeing that and realizing that, I just can't ignore these people. Especially right now.
What did Alicent do for you?
Exactly. So you're looking for exact examples. You're looking for
exactly.
This is what happened. You're like, she walked in, turned to the left, said this, See what I'm saying? Do this. I'll do this because it's great. You're not going to get that. Not in this. It's about looking at what people are doing and going, okay, well, this is stupid. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Very simple. It's very simple.
And then assessing what part of that you may want to attach yourself to.
Yeah.
That's it.
And how well does it match the books too? Because obviously that's a little bit of a variance.
Well, for me, I don't even care about the books because I know who wrote the books. So I'm like, fuck those guys. I'm all about fuck the Maesters. Point blank. Period. Fuck them.
No, absolutely fuck the Maester. Literally, the one Maester.
Do we know that the series is the true telling, though? Do we know that?
No,
or is that
we don't.
Filtered?
What we do know,
because even at the end of Game of Thrones, someone closes a book after finishing the story, right?
No. What we do know, if I'm remembering correctly, and like me, Meeks and the ladies did speak about this, like during season 1 and 2, is this is the truest version.
Mm-hmm.
It is still just a version, though, but this is the truest version of the things that happened. So you can take some of this with a grain of salt, but you do have to, grapple in your brain that a lot of what we're seeing is what it was. And some of those things are just very quiet and seem mundane or just a one-off random temper tantrum or whatever. But these are a lot of those actions are not what was actually recorded by the person that wrote this book. Mm-hmm. And I mean that saying not by George, but the Maester or the
Mr. Monken or whatever
that wrote these histories.
Yeah.
So I think we can take into account everything that happened here, and there is some truth to all of it. Like that's how legends and myths work. This is like 2 centuries before Danny brought dragons back into the world. So yeah, it's literally a gamble on anything that could happen. Mm. I wish we had more concrete, things to say about it, but we don't.
No, I don't think we're ever going to get it. I would like for him to make an actual like true history, as in like notes or something from when it happened. But I don't think he's going to have time because he still has to finish writing the rest of these books, and he still has to finish writing the second half of Fire and Blood. I'm like, there's so many things that are half finished. So we're never.
Fire and Blood. The point is, the next thing we're supposed to have, there is no true history, right? Like, in like all
it's the same with our history books, right? Our history books is in our history books.
The point is, the victor
are the ones
chooses
the victors to write the story, right?
Yeah. The victor writes the history.
Yeah.
All right. So if we finished up this with Miss Mysaria, and I think this is we talked.
I don't think you ever finished your question.
Oh, what's that?
I don't even think you finished your question.
Christy. What?
My question about Mysaria?
About what she was. You said. You started to say what she said, what you thought about what she said.
Oh, yeah. She said, whose head was that, Damon? Which was, I thought that was pretty funny.
Because she caught the bullshit tea immediately. And why was she able to do that? Because if you remember when they were on that damn bridge to Dragonstone, Damon was playing in her face then too. And she realized that shit and she immediately hit the about face and left.
They had an intimate relationship.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I was going to ask
when
you.
They lie, you can figure it out. Yeah.
Totally. One of the things I was going to ask you, because I'm not as knowledgeable about the books as y'all, but like, she's the White Worm, and she has some, she's like Lady of Whispers type of thing. It doesn't feel like that's being harnessed here. Do you find that? She's not. She's not gathering information.
If it is, we don't see it. Like, we don't see her. We see her saying or giving interesting pieces of advice that are on the level, on the spectrum of not too bad to like pretty fucking horrible. But we don't see her meeting with her little birds, or as
Varys did.
Like the most we see is Linda, is her sending a message that eventually gets to Linda Massey. That's like the most we see of her doing intelligence gathering. So she and perhaps they will play that up a little bit more because it later on will become more important. But as of now, I don't remember any kind of scene where we saw her gathering information. We see her exposing, just making expository statements about a thing like she did with Otto and whatever. But we never see her interact with like some merchant over here and again like, oh, you know,
Like
such and such did
Loris,
this
like
and
Loris, we would see him. Like we'd
but yeah,
see
like Loris,
Loris.
but he little B people, like cut the tongues out, and you know, so that's where he gets his intelligence from. We have no idea. She could be making some of this. She could be making this shit up. She could just be making this shit up.
Mm-hmm.
I
noticed she was wearing a white outfit though in the last episode.
Well, they call it white worm because she's probably albino, but she's definitely very, very fair, and she's from Lease. And it's if I'm not mistaken, she has either blonde or bluish hair, either blonde or bluish hair. So they call you almost white hair. So they call her the white worm because of how white she is, and the fact that she's very, very slippery, and she should have been killed a bunch of times before, but like it just doesn't happen. She gets away, so that's where the name kind of comes from. Correct, AK?
I'm sorry.
We're talking about the origins of the
Mysteria and the white worm nickname.
Yeah.
That because of her appearance, not her clothing, but they're doing like clothing. They're doing her clothing in kind of a shimmery white.
I mean, I think that's the visual for them, so it kind of makes sense.
And I think they wanted to show, obviously they wanted to show some diversity, and making her a Asian person with a kind of French Occitan accent. That's the closest thing I could.
I think that's what it is, because she's British.
Yeah, a kind of Occitan accent. Yeah, and in England, you can still do classes in Occitan and proper pronunciations in Occitan. And what, like in my school, you could have done those classes, and people did. So I like where a lot of people don't like her accent. I kind of do. It's very, like the same reason why people don't like it is why I like it, because it's weird. It's weird, and it's way weirder than everybody else's. And it's because she comes from way further than anybody else's. So she should talk. Like if I go to when I go to the States, or I'm in England, like my accent is weird. It's weirder than people. If you are from London, my accent is way weirder than somebody's accent from Manchester to you. So it symbolizes how far she's come, I think. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yes. Yeah, no, it does.
All right. Would you guys like to address Meeks' thoughts on this?
Oh, I'm going back and forth with for show 3387 because he's very team, or he is very team green. And I'm like, you're acting like the greens are great. The greens are not great. The greens are in worse shape than the blacks. Because once they fired Otto, everything went to hell.
100%.
Is Crunchy Munch Otto? Is Crunchy Munch Krispy Kreme?
No,
Crispy Crunch.
Yes, is crispy. Yes.
Okay, cool. I gotcha. We got too many nicknames for this guy.
That's another one of his titles we gave him. So Crunchy Munch.
Yeah, I'm like, Otto was the backbone, the linchpin, the big brain behind everything. Once Crispy Crunch got him to get Otto out of there, the greens became trash and crap because nobody was maneuvering together as a team. Allison
went to the dogs.
Her own shit. Aegon didn't want to do nothing. Aemon wanted to do everything. Helena is like, please, Jesus, just leave me alone. As she should.
Right.
I don't want to be involved.
Hey,
I'm trying to be my little insects. I want to play with my insects and mind my chickens. Leave me alone, please.
Yeah.
I'll make your kids, whatever. I'll give you
April
kids.
is correct. It's definitely Laris's game right now.
As far as that is,
Oh yeah.
Just to wrap up the small council with it's like a partial council, and they don't even use the marbles.
She
anymore.
left the small council at Dragonstone, and I feel like that is a plot point that will also come back later because I understand that you don't like them right now. However, you need shit to be getting done, and you cannot do it all by yourself.
Well, that is true, but Lord Celtiga and whomever else there, we're not going to help them. We're not going to be able to help them in King's Landing. You have to get King's Landing people now. Those guys.
You don't think that those lords that are there are used to high court maneuvers?
Who like Lord Celtiga and those guys?
everyone that was on her council had experience before they got there.
Not on the left, like you're talking about Celtiga. You're talking. It was their Beesbury or Beesbury cousins. Like yeah, they have experience, but like if you are now in Kingsland, it's like you are mayor of New York, and you had 3 assistants that were big deal in New York, and now you go to be president. The big deal people in New York don't matter to you very much. You want people that are big deals in Washington now because they have the connections you need. So I think that is more so. Now, that is more so a realistic reason to leave them behind. But I think you're correct in that the reason why she leaves them behind in the TV show is because she just doesn't like them. It's almost like how Daenerys leaves her boyfriend behind.
Mm-hmm. I have a question for all of you.
No, I think she left Dario over there to actually do work. She left her small council over there because she doesn't want them doing anything.
Well, she also left him because she didn't want.
That's the difference.
Because she also left him because she didn't want to have a boyfriend come with her because it would prevent her from securing an advantageous marriage. So like,
well, that's for Danny. I'm talking about Rhaenyra right now. Rhaenyra does not have that same motivation.
Yeah. She loves her. She loves her. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, those,
go ahead, Heidi.
I was gonna say they didn't serve her well, but over a Dragon's Den. But what I wanted to ask is, who is this new Queen's Guard she has, and where did he come from? And
Gold Cloak.
He's a Gold Cloak.
Is he? Okay, sorry. Which one was he? Sorry, I missed that.
We have no idea.
They probably said his name, but I don't know. All I know right now is the Gold Cloaks are absolutely remaining loyal to Daemon.
Yeah.
Daemon.
Absolutely. No, I was just asking because someone was saying they thought it was one of he looked like one of the twins. Who of course
Arik and Eric.
Yeah, they're both dead. But
they're both dead. But they're very dead.
No, I was just wondering, like, okay, because I know like she's got a very lean council. But what I wanted to just chat about is Torrin Manderly. As I know, I think we talked about it a lot. So what did you think about him? By the character's really fun though. Like he's kind of a fun character. What do you all think? Right, like.
That actor, I've seen him in a couple roles that were adjacent to comedy.
Dan Fogler.
And I've liked them. And I think that they put Sir Manderly in here for a reason. We don't know what it is just yet, but I think it's going to be interesting how it happens. And it probably will entwine with the Winter Wolves getting up there, and then a little bit after that with the Hour of the Wolf that is coming. So it's interesting that they stationed him here, and that's a question that Meeks and Sphinx had when we were talking about it in the after show. Because why are you there, bro? And why are you so happy to see Rhaenyra in her best petty streak era? I stand it. I like it. I just need the explanation. Why are you there?
Yeah, he's from somebody said he's from Fantastic Beasts. He's an actor from Fantastic Beasts.
He was the sidekick, I guess you could call it.
Jacob.
Whenever you have an actor that is that popular in a role this small, it's not a small role.
That's what I'm saying. There's something coming. That's what I'm saying. There's something coming up with his character. I don't know what it is, but I think I'm probably gonna like it because it's House Manderly, and House Manderly is very loyal to the
very gangster and gangster. Yes,
and beastie, right? Yeah, they literally are the richest family in the North, and they wield that in a non-malicious way.
That do that. But what do you guys think about the advice of hire a master of coin, and in a couple of weeks they're going to blame him? What do you guys think about that advice? Was that like?
No, that wasn't. That was Missaria.
That was
I know. Yes, that was him.
Oh no, she said Orwell. No, Missaria said that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, correct. Yes, Missaria did say it. But what do you guys think about that advice? Was that sound advice? Do you think?
I think if they were going to do that, they should have picked a different person, because that person that they picked is supposed to do stuff. So I'm like, I don't understand where we're going with this when that person is supposed to do stuff. You know what I mean?
That part. That part.
So the fact that they pick somebody to be master of coin to fix the coin situation, but the real reason behind it was to just put somebody there so that they could give the people ahead when they wanted ahead, kind of contradicts what.
Yeah,
it kind of contradicts. Yes, it does.
Yeah,
yes.
someone was saying this earlier that the reason the purpose of the different, what do they call them? Sorry, the masters on the council is to sort of take some heat away from the king or the queen.
Correct.
So if something goes awry, then you can blame them. So master of coin, master of ships, master of whispers.
Also, when you hold court, they're the ones that you assign to the task.
Yep.
But I don't think these small folk are that stupid to be like, okay, we've had money problems for 7 years, and we appoint a new money guy today, and next week we're going to lynch him because he still hasn't fixed the problem that has been existing for 7 years. I don't.
No, I agree with you. Yeah, I don't think
the way they're setting, and that is probably what's going to happen. But the way they set it up is like he has to be there for at least a year, and actually, and not just have the coin situation be bad, but have another thing on top. It's like, people were had a run at the bank and he shot everybody. He sent people out to kill everybody or something like that. Like, you can't. I don't think these people are stupid enough for you to just say, "Oh yeah, I'm appointing a master of coin to fix the problem that I created." And then a week passes, and it's his fault. Kill him. I just.
Okay. Real quick. Hold on. For sure, you're saying Aegon was crowned king. The gods spoke.
This person is really hardcore green. I've been going back and forth with this.
Yeah, you can say that he was crowned king all you want to, but he was not Viserys's heir. The king's word is law above the law. The king chose Rhaenyra. So, in any way, shape, or form, you want to try to repackage that. You are wrong.
You are wrong. Now you cannot.
You
like
are
her
still wrong
for whatever reason.
You cannot like her. That's not our issue. You can dislike her all you want.
Yeah, but the
king
were
said what he said.
Well,
the Greens, Aegon, Aemon, all of them were usurpers. The king's word is law.
No,
that's it. Plain and simple.
So, AK, let me tell you. This is some nerd stuff, right? But like, I went to law school at LSE, so I went to a British law school, and there's a full 3-semester course on law of succession, and the law of succession is basically under British rule.
Is that the law of succession in our world or theirs?
In the British rule.
Thank you. No matter. Let me know when it becomes a Song of Ice and Fire.
So
exactly.
No.
you cannot say no. I'm saying it before you get into the whole thing, because specifically you cannot put our real world laws into there.
Of course, that's not what I'm trying to do.
If that was the case, then it would be okay here for us to be marrying our cousins and brothers and sisters and whatnot, and it's not.
Technically, you could. I mean, well, back in that day. But the point though is the answer seems easy, but when you study the succession law, you realize the truth of the matter is who becomes the heir? The person that has the money and the army. Like, even like a king could decide whatever he wants.
It's not even that in this situation. Whoever became the heir was the person who got to it first, and that was Aegon. That's why he got crowned, because he was there. That too.
He was still a usurper.
Had been there, there would have been a completely different thing. They would have had to like get rid of her and Daemon, and they couldn't do that. So I'm like, so that's why that argument doesn't even compare. So that's why I'm like,
either way you look at it, he's still a usurper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we would not bring you up.
That is I understand where you're coming from, and it is in the world of the Game of Thrones. It seems that the king does have a inherent and lawful right to appoint a successor. However, in like real history, the reality of it is
real history don't matter.
A king's word dies with him. So it's really
real history does not matter.
Take it. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. But
in real history, as soon as the son was born, that would replace the daughter. So if like Elizabeth the
It would,
second
but that's
had a
not
brother,
what happened in
only
this.
if
Yeah.
the king didn't announce that he was.
but he did, yeah,
make
yeah,
an
so
heir.
he did.
He announced it
Exactly.
and made some
Like,
flags.
if you wanna,
That's a
if you
big-
want to pull it into our
Oh,
real world dynamics, the best thing you could compare it with is a business mogul. Let's say like
Succession. TV show.
Sony or Samsung. There could be an older son or brother, but maybe the dad sees that the cousin or like the third or fourth son actually has the full ruthless business acumen to take over the empire. They can write into their will that that kid is who comes out on top and who gets all the shares and everything, passing by all of his older siblings or cousins. Viserys set that into play. He named Rhaenyra multiple times. So again, I don't care how you try to repackage that. Viserys said what he said,
and all the lords
that is
came,
the law.
and
I am not saying that she's not. I'm saying she is. But on the other side, the argument the other side has is an argument that is valid and has won in many occasions. That's all I'm saying.
They stole it though.
Yeah, correct. They stole
Exactly.
it.
So,
And-
but
and
if it's yours, why are you stealing it? So it goes back to
exactly.
it's still mine.
You would,
Like,
if
exactly,
it
like,
was
that's why-
if it
You're
was
still a
yours,
usurper.
if it was yours by rights, you would not
You're
have
still a
to
usurper.
steal it.
Exactly.
You would
Yeah.
not have to scheme
You are still a
and
usurper, correct.
So
block
what you're
all
talking
of
about-
the PR for a
This
week
is a
to
really
bring
great question, by the
people
way.
in later.
No, you're
This-
not wrong. You're not wrong. at
This
all.
is a great question, by the way, from Black Butterfly. Out of the bushes with a question. I crochet while I listen to y'all. Could Viserys not have stepped down during his illness and allowed Rhaenyra to ascend to the
Yes.
throne while he
Yes.
was still alive?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Could have.
That is, in fact,
That
that is
is
what
true.
should have happened.
He should have did
Yeah.
that, but he
Okay,
did not.
but even with that action, without him doing that, it still does not change
Oh yeah.
what
Yeah.
he put into law. That's what I'm saying. You can say that Rhaenyra isn't fit to be queen. You can say whatever you want to, but the king still chose his heir.
And the lords all
anyone that's
came,
going
and
against
they
that,
swore fealty
you
to
are
her.
a usurper.
Right.
Exactly. And the lords all came. They swore fealty with their houses. Their houses were supposed to keep that oath. It does not matter that Otto schemed and did whatever everything that he did.
That was weird.
He was
Macy,
still
of
in
you
the
to never
wrong.
say that.
Team Green was still in the wrong. The heir was chosen by the king. There's no way you can repackage that.
That's
That
right.
changes it.
Yeah, this person is just going in circles. I told him she is making a circular argument. Like
Mm.
Yeah, I-
he never truly
For
believed
waste
there
his
was
time.
no rule.
You
Then
know
why
what
he
it is?
named
No,
her?
it's one of
It's just
those
rage beating.
folks that have
It is.
exactly
Like,
that
no,
have that
It's
personality
just read
because they know that they are wrong, but for the sake
but
of the
they'll just-
argument,
I
they
don't,
have
I don't
to try
actually
to
think
plead
this
their
is
case.
true. This statement here, because
Yeah, I know that's
He
completely
never
false.
told her bullshit.
Yeah.
because he told her the prophecy. A
Yes,
song of ice and
the
fire
prophecy is what's
prophecy.
important.
This man,
Yeah.
right, he told her that. What? Mind you, hold on. Look at this timeline. He told her that while he did not tell Daemon. For the longest time, Daemon was his heir, and he still didn't share that with Daemon. But he shared it with Rhaenyra right after he made her the heir officially.
No, we're not making a circular argument. You definitely are. It's okay though.
That's
You're
okay.
making a circular argument, but
okay.
we are not. We're standing on facts. The fact that you are choosing to ignore that
Oh,
just
we're talking to somebody in chat.
says
Okay,
so
sorry.
much
Yeah, yeah.
more. That
I
says
was confused for a minute. I
that
was like,
says so much
Oh,
more
not you.
about
Not
you.
you.
I didn't say
No,
that.
listen, hold on. That says so much more about you and your willful ignorance
Mm.
than it does about us. We're giving you facts.
dude is just rage
You
baiting.
are
and
right now being
he just wants an
fanboy
argument.
or no, listen. You're either being a fanboy or girl because I don't know what you are, but you're basically a bat stan right now. Bat stans will tell you because of prep time, Batman can withstand anything. No, the fuck he cannot.
What? What are you talking about?
And that
Sorry,
I'm-
explain,
I'm-
please, madam.
Everyone thinks that Batman, because he's like so skilled, Bruce Wayne. Yeah. He's so skilled and he has
he could beat
all
Superman
of these things. He has prep time to research and be like the world's greatest detective, that he could literally just go against anyone.
Superman
and he would win. Never mind that Bane just completely broke his fucking back and put him on his ass bed rest for years after that. Never mind that he has been fucked up multiple times in his stories. They still think he can
climb on the pitch.
Beat anybody. No,
I think also Batman's one of the. Isn't Batman the only superhero that has no superhero?
Who ain't got no fucking powers?
Yes, no powers. His power is money.
His power is money. Yes, he's a 1%er, and he's got gadgets. He's a gadget guy.
Right? He's
got some skills, but he doesn't have any power.
Yeah, so that's why I was.
You talking about you want to flesh out the point? There's nothing to flesh out, bruh. Batman. You being in your denial does not change the facts.
Yo, let him come up. Let him come up.
I refuse.
I go to sleep. By the way, you can't make someone just come up. There's no just. You can't make
Starks do not break their oaths. I mean, unless they forget, though.
I don't think you can make anybody come up.
Sometimes forget. Sometimes smoke some OG. They have a nap and they wake up and they forget.
Heidi, now look at our private chat and you'll see where our thought pattern is on that. You said because he's Batman. And also Mario Faith Warrior. I haven't seen your name before. Welcome, but no, he's not Batman.
I mean, he is Batman.
That's not where that's going. But
okay,
the relevance of this episode, though, there is some fuckshittery that went about. That fake Pharaon came in, and the second that you looked at that boy's face when he said, "Oh, I'm about to bring your mother in to see you," the absolute panic that came over, and then Allison walked in. Honestly, I was questioning whether Allison would go with the flow or whether she would say, "Nah, I don't know that boy." But she came correct.
That let me know she really is done with the game. That's what she's done with this game.
Now that we're talking about Allison, we have to talk about the elephant in the room. We have to talk about, we were talking about like someone not getting their period. So last night. So do we want to talk about the big reveal about
who's the daddy?
Helena. Well, who's the daddy?
Maury.
And also the fact of what kind of danger does that put Helena in?
Hold on. Hold on, Capillo. AU, I'll give it to you first.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you think about that whole situation?
He's such a good guest. He's so quiet and everything.
so
that's because
that deserves her to be killed, right? So she can't really show that.
Literally,
Allison can really expose her if she wanted to, but I don't think she does.
She won't.
But it's her. Yeah, I never know about Allison, because she's a green, so we'll go from that. But as far as showing that she's pregnant, that's crazy. Just crazy.
And again, it's different from the books, right? Like they've gone a different way.
They messed up with the kids. She already had the kids. That's why I think that George and Kondo had a big ass fight.
That's why they fell out.
It's over this.
And then he tried to add the kids back, and he was like, "We're doing this fucks up the story." And he's like, "No, I bet you the word."
You're getting the whole thing upside down. Because I think it will end. I don't think it's going to end up being Eamon's kid. I don't know.
I think it will be.
I think
he's been adding fan theories into the show. That's why I think so.
Right, and the whole the Chekhov's gun of it all, I think is way back when we saw. No, listen, when we saw that they were kids, and Aegon was complaining about having to marry her, and Aemon was like, if I was in your shoes, I would do my duty. Look, he has and what is that a parallel to? Again, if you know the histories, this is Daenerys and the good knight Aemon all over again. and it's especially even more fitting with Amon, as me and Meeks like to call him. It's because he already said that he would absolutely look at Helena and take care of her and make sure that whatever was supposed to happen to bring heirs, he would be down. So it makes sense to me that here they would have some random, other relationship that was very, very secret, considered, third level top secret above top secret that was going down. Because when did we even see, any type of anything going on with them, late last season? Nothing.
With Amon and Helena?
No, with Aegon. With Aegon and Helena.
No, definitely there's nothing going on with them. Definitely not.
But we did see Amon and Helena have a meeting. A weird meeting
we did.
where Helena rebuffed him, right? Helena struck. So if you made it that after she rebuffs him in that way, that gives her an agency that she's never had, and now she's even growing on that agency in this season. If you take that away by making it so that she ends up getting pregnant by Amon anyways, whether it's rape or consensually, which probably wouldn't be consensually, to me it take away from you take away from the agencies you just gave her by allowing her to come out her shell and saying no to Amon. No, I'm not coming with you. No, I'm not taking my dragon over there. And no, I don't like you. You're not gonna be my husband now. I'm done. Do not come to me with this. That was such a look for her that I think to make it that it's Amon's style, it would just be to kill all that good work. Not to say that they won't.
I know. I don't think the baby was murdered though.
We don't know. That's the thing. We don't know the time frame. That's what makes it so
we don't know that.
We don't know the time frame.
Because she's showing, that means she's probably when you've had a couple of children.
At least
she's not showing. She's not showing her boobs are big, and that's in the first.
It's her boobs are bigger.
Your titties are big in the first trimester. You got them kids. You know. Titties is tender and hurt. Ooh, don't touch it.
That's what I'm okay. But her mom, her mom was kind of like
that's what made
her mom look at her breasts. She was in the back of the scene struggling because I was laughing. I was like, look at her back there flailing, trying to put that.
Well, I know.
It's funny. Trying to hurry up and cover up. Yep.
It's funny I saw there was a behind the scenes or one of the still images. I was like, her boobs do look really big.
Yes. And that's what her mom did because she was trying to help her fasten, and she went.
But she knows. That's what it is.
She was like, them titties is. Girl,
and
then she tried to touch her stomach. And
so,
she was like,
so that could be. She could be maybe even just 8 weeks. Then, if that's the case, 2 months.
And if it is, it could within that time frame. Then absolutely, it wouldn't be Aegon's.
But wouldn't it be interesting? If it's not.
I don't see Helena having a side piece.
No.
She. That's just. It's not in her personality.
Yeah, it's not in her nature. It's just not.
However, when they were younger, if you remember, as quiet as she was still closer to Amon than she was Aegon.
Mm-hmm.
So,
just do with that what you will.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's super weird. Time. It is super weird.
You could have visited the Maesters also and drugged her.
That's why I don't trust the Maesters.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the tea to pop up for her to be like, "Here, you want some Bortini?"
Right, you want, perhaps
a smoke baby,
a little Monco.
I like that. It's a smoke baby.
Some heated Dornish red to help you sleep. Well,
anyway, it puts her in danger.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think it puts her in danger from Rhaenyra. I think it puts her in danger from Daemon because Daemon is like, kill everybody.
Yeah.
Kill him. Kill her. Kill it. Kill that. So Daemon is going to be like, hey.
He's already plotting on Faerun.
But I don't think Rhaenyra would ever do it because Viserys taught her to value family so much. That's why she's having such a hard time. That's why she keeps going to Alicent, trying to get her to
sorry,
and she said that specifically
amicably in this, thinking that she had the ability to do so. That's all she wants.
But I mean, in Alicent's mind, though, she might be thinking, "Oh my gosh, this could, I've got to get you out of this castle. I got to get you out of here."
And I will say though, in that conversation when Helena was like, did it make you feel better? And I don't think she was trying to be malicious in any way, shape, or form. She literally was just looking at her big sister and knowing all the fuck shit that has gone on. Did that help you feel okay? That's it. No malicious intent, just checking in and saying, hey bitch, I see you. I know it's been some hard shit, but like, are you cool now?
I just got knocked off
and what Helena said, before the end of it all, also stayed with me is, I don't want to stay in this room. She didn't ask to be released or to leave. She just didn't want to be in that room. And I'm pretty sure that that's the room where her baby boy was murdered in front of her eyes. And she just wants to be anywhere else. And that is a very small concession that Rhaenyra could give her.
Or because she can see stuff and know stuff, she knows that something's going to happen in that room
That's
to her.
Bad is going to happen in that room.
Yes.
Agreed.
I like that.
Agreed.
By the way, speaking of smoke babies, look at KP right now.
And this is what we look.
I'm
told
not
you
hearing
he was
everybody. I'm
come
hearing
out
Heidi,
here.
but I'm not hearing anybody else. I don't know why.
Oh, you can't hear everybody else?
You gotta.
No, I
Heidi, tell him to
do
refresh and come back in.
Just a me thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alicia's saying to leave. Well, he already left and came back though.
Well, do it again.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a couple times.
I'll do it in my iPhone.
He's coming in from Trinidad, so it's
we're all over. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, our
we have an
wires
international
cross
panel
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have an international panel. I was gonna say. Hold
on. So wait. You're saying by Team Black Flag Logic, Joffrey from Game of Thrones was
don't take the bait.
How do you? No, hold on. No.
Seriously.
I'm genuinely. I'm just genuinely curious.
I'm not.
How do you think that falls? Fandom decent, Elizabeth.
What up, fandom?
Holy smokes.
Fandom showed up and we didn't even say Cersei.
Amazing. Actually, I think I did say Cersei a little earlier.
Well, I mean, we're talking about Joffrey, so I mean.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is.
Joffrey.
Yep, there it is.
Him and
little brother, are you on your way to work tonight? Because if you got a couple minutes, you're more than welcome.
By the way,
fandom,
I'm going to the Rose City Comic Con where Lena Headey's going to be, and I'm going to get my book for Eartack signed by her.
Nice.
Shout out
to the homie.
Shout
out to the homie Airtouch.
If you all Comic-Con?
Yeah.
Hold
on. John's
y'all don't know who Airtouch is. Airtouch did a lot of the artwork for Fire and Blood, and he's one of our homies because
he's amazing.
He was in our chats when we all first started doing Game of Thrones content.
Yeah, I had him on my channel a few times too.
Because Meeks is
to the real Comic Con, Heidi. She's full respect. The Comic Con I'm going to, there's like 20 people there, and they're all dressed like She-Hulk.
I love that though. I love She-Hulk. I love that show. It got panned, but I loved it.
I really like She-Hulk too.
I thought it was.
It was.
But
I was going to say,
it's like no, Deadpool was not the first one to break the fourth wall. It was She-Hulk. Just so y'all know.
John, I was going to tell you, I'm going to Fan Expo, which is a poor man's version of Comic-Con as well. So it's in Toronto.
Nice.
The fandom
absolutely,
April. Going out there into the wild, April, and yes,
agreed.
I do. Yeah, we adore the callbacks that they do.
But I was going to say, so we're kind of running out of racetrack here. So I was going to say, maybe we should just wrap up a few things and then we'll do a rating.
Who is everyone's MVP? And then we'll go into ratings. KP, we'll start with who would be your MVP for this episode?
This episode. Ormond.
What? 100 points from Slytherin.
Ormond. He did I saw something from him that I genuinely didn't expect. And
really?
he was the 3 scenes that he was in, he owned them. Like 3 or 4, he owned them. Like, because last episode, I thought nothing of Ormond. I thought he was just another rich Hightower POS that was here to lead to lead his armies to do. Like, okay, cool. But the way they added in this kind of cult leader, I am messianic, kind of fascist, kind of racist thing in him, this righteous cause that may or may not just be a facade for psychopathy, is very, very interesting to me. Anybody else think so, or am I just
no? I knew
No.
that he's wound so tightly. I knew he's that type of person. He was walking around being like, "Oh my god, these niggas stink."
Right, exactly.
Oh God, stay away! Like I'm already better than you. This is my house. This is my shit. I'm in your tub talking to you about getting out of your own room because I need to bathe and I need my peace. Like I knew that he was so wound so tightly
like
that
you're
that
interrupting the scent
crash
of my incense burning.
I know
he's
he's 100.
I need silence.
35% crash out.
I think he's fun. Like I am enjoying it. Oops, sorry, I just made a lot of noise. I'm enjoying the character because like I think at KP, I think it was you saying we haven't really had a villain like this, so I don't know what was going on over here.
All right. Is that also your MVP, Heidi?
Oh hell no.
Okay.
No, you know who? No, you know what we didn't talk about. You know who mine is? Mine is gonna be Alan, because his dad was like, he goes to his dad and he's like, Dad, the queen wants you to come and be at the small council table. And he's like, no, I'm not going. You go in my seat. Like, come on. And then he does such a good job. I thought he was amazing.
As pissed off as he is at Corliss, he still covers for him.
He does. And then he and then he kind of like softened it a little bit.
Right. And you and I knew may not really know the ins and outs of this and appreciate it, but that is literally black kid trauma across the board, across the whole diaspora.
Alan for the cats.
Yes, and he like there's a he has a legacy because of his suggestion of the cats. There's this legacy that it carries through a through line
through to Game of Thrones. So all them suspect cats that Arya was chasing in King's Landing.
Arya's chasing the cats, and that's because of Alan. We can thank him because of that.
Yeah,
it was weird. It was weird that they were all in Valyria, old Valyria. Anyway, so Alan has been so great. He's solid. He's like, he's a sexy, awesome. Solid man, and he's to be legitimized. Thank you.
That is a tall, thick drink of chocolate milk, right?
He is. Yeah, it's so weird.
Even me being a lady loving lady.
Yeah,
I can give props where props are due.
KP and I were talking to earlier how he plays father in Raised by Wolves. That's so weird because in Raised by Wolves he was lanky. He was really lanky, and I don't know what happened. He's like solid.
I remember
he's solid in this.
The first time I saw him on an interview and I saw the name, and I was like, wait, and I googled and I was that same dude. I was shocked because he's
absolutely.
In that series, Wolves, whatever, and in this he starts off as just a tank. So he's a welterweight in that, and he's a ultra heavyweight in this. And so I think that's cool.
You guys are awesome.
Yo,
we're the best chat.
That is a tinfoil random theory that was put out for the lol. Shout out to Alt Shift X for that.
Alan for the cats.
That's my
MVP.
You're up next, Michael. Who's your MVP?
The dragons. The dragons have been doing what the dragons supposed to be doing. We have Caraxes over here alerting the Daemon that there are some shenanigans and tomfooleries afoot in this cave over here. You got Sheep Stealer. I understand you know them, but I don't know them, so I'm gonna need you to step back from these people I don't know.
And I don't give a fuck.
Thank you so much. I need you to back up. I don't like it. I don't like it. And then we have Tessarion. Listen, when Ormond got too close, he was like, I don't like you either.
Right.
You step back.
That was my biggest beef with Daeron. Like, Tessarion was ready to go. Like, bitch, I don't like you. Just give the Dracarys bat signal,
would never.
And
that's
I will handle it.
Nope, that's part of the indoctrination.
But yeah, full on indoctrinated to the cult.
By the way, Tessarion is such a beautiful dragon.
Yes.
I
Pretty.
love
Baby
the
blue is so
colors.
pretty. The baby is blue.
Oh,
It is
beautiful.
gorgeous.
Because the other ones are all kind of like red or gold or like, you
But
know,
I
more
feel like you
warm
can
colors.
actually tell
Tessarian
this dragon's
is-
color. Like if you see them flying, you know
Yeah.
this
Yes.
is the color.
Yes.
I just want the colors to be a tad bit more vibrant so we can tell the dragons apart instead of being
For
like,
sure.
who is that? Okay, never mind.
Yep.
Never mind. We see
Cat
where they're
King.
going. We know who that is.
Confirmed.
So I do
Cat
like
King
that
You're
all the
right.
dragons were doing what they were supposed to be doing.
Sure.
And I like the fact that Tessarion especially was protecting Day Ron back there because he didn't want Ormond to have no part of this. He was like, yeah, I might be down here, but I'm play with me one time, see what happened. See what happened.
I will say though, just as a slight interjection, because I forgot it earlier. Damon saying, "Oh wait, hold on. You got to give up your word," and Ormond, randomly, fakes a very, concerned persona and whatnot. But Damon, I got beef with you, bruv, and I feel like I need to take 100 points from Gryffindor because how the fuck you leave the dragon though?
He didn't leave the dragon. What he did was he left the dragon tamers there to grab the dragon because he didn't want Day Ron on the dragon because that would be the problem. Because I said that too, and I was like, he left the dragon. Why didn't he like take it with him? And I was like, that's what the dragon tamers were for.
No.
And that's why the dragon tamers came at the end of episode 3. Like, hey, we were trying to take this dragon, and all hell broke
I'm
loose.
still now. I am still questioning that because
Did
with
we
their
have a
three
discussion about this
aged
last
and
night?
battle
Yeah, we
hardened
talked about last night.
dragons against Tessarion, there would not have been a
It's
question
not about
of over
against.
who would have
It's about
won.
him just flying the fuck off because he's little
I don't
and
think he
fast.
would have. I don't think
I think he would have. I think
He-
if he got-
I don't
if
think he
Day
would
Ron got
have.
on that dragon. Day Ron would have been
He
like,
had 3 dragons. He had 3 big
No,
dragons.
it's not about attacking him. It's about getting him the fuck out of here because the last thing they want to do is kill
He
dragons.
would have.
They
He
don't wanna
would
kill
have
no more
no.
dragons.
He would have tried. Okay, but this
He
is
would
a
have.
dragon that is on the opposite side. He could have tried to fly away, and all 3 of them dragons would have handled him accordingly.
And why would you allow
the
a dragon rider on a
message-
dragon?
To see if they
I have
would
a
actually
tank.
match.
taking
If I have a
because you're
tank-
taking both of
If
them.
I have a tank, you're gonna tell me to get into the tank so I can drive behind you, or are you gonna take me and pull the tank?
They have 3 tanks.
It doesn't matter. You're gonna take me and pull the tank. Or you're gonna have me in the tank driving behind
I think you're
Don't they
forgetting
have
how much
dragon-
bigger how much
Don't they
bigger
have
the other
dragon leashes?
dragons are.
you.
Do they have dragon
leashes.
leashes?
Come on,
A
Heidi.
dragon
You
collar?
That's what I'm
Canadian.
saying.
I
That's what I'm saying.
thought
These are
the dragon
3
would
large,
have-
battle hardened, tested
He's been taking
Yeah.
this dragon for a while.
Even if Daron
Yes,
tried
I
to
do.
fly away with Tessarion, they would have been burned to
Wouldn't have
ash.
been
Yep.
Smart, because one, the purpose of him getting there is getting the kid alive for Rhaenyra.
Right.
She don't want him dead.
But
She
Damon
was
already
alive.
wanted him dead.
It doesn't matter what Damon wants. Rhaenyra. Because if that was
It
the
would
case,
it would
he
it
could've
would
just
have been
fricasseed- he could have just fricasseed the whole entire place and been like, whoops. But he didn't
Well,
do
that's
that.
what we were saying. We were saying he should have just like
He
flattened that
followed
whole fleet.
instructions and
That
brought
whole
the kid.
like.
So I'm like, he could have done
no,
that. He didn't even need to get the dragon. He could have just hot. He could have just been like, everybody 1, 2, 3 hot. Just drive by and hot. But he did that because he was following Rhaenyra's instructions to bring the kid alive.
yeah to
Which
bring the
means
kid
not on
alive,
his
but it
dragon. Which
He
means
could have
No,
brought the
it
kid
do- it
alive and
doesn't
killed everybody
make
else.
sense.
So.
it does not make sense to me that the Damon we know from the story would leave that dragon and just take the rider.
he didn't leave the dragon. He did what he's supposed to do and bring the dragon tamers to follow behind him.
But they
That was
why
the
did they
whole
end up
point.
at Tumbleton though?
They didn't
Why
go to
wa-
Tumbleton. That's the
why-
thing. When he left, the dragon went fuck out of here because his actual rider was still there. And that's why he came back and like, listen, we tried to get this dragon, but shit, they went to Tumbleton and they was burning shit. And I was the only person who got out of there. That's why I was like, because I was confused at first why the dragon tamer was there. Because how did he get to Tumbleton? And I realized that he wasn't at
Yeah.
Tumbleton. They left and went to Tumbleton and left the dragon tamers there because they actually had his rider.
That was confusing.
Right. Oh, okay,
Mhm.
but even if that dragon tamer did survive the whatever fake battle was Tumbleton, because we saw Tumbleton was still very much intact, why would he go to King's Landing versus just going back to Old Town unless he was ordered to go to King's Landing. That's the
I thought
the
that he was the
baiting
dragon
of it
tamers
all.
from Old Town, not Old Town, the dragon tamers from King's Landing, because
King's
Old Town
Landing.
doesn't have dragon
Right.
tamers.
You're right.
So he was coming back home regardless. Like he don't
Yeah.
live there because they don't have dragons.
Right.
Old Town definitely don't have no dragons because they don't like no dragons.
Okay, so why was he away from Dragonstone or King's Landing?
I told you why, because he had to go get the dragon. There were 3
That
dragon
was the
tamers. If
plan
you
all
look in the
along,
background,
AJ.
there were
You're
3
not-
dragon tamers.
That's a foolish plan.
And-
If it was me, I would
No, that
I
was
would
foolish.
never have planned it like that. I
No,
would have
that-
known. They're
dumbass
on
plan.
command. No,
is what
command
I'm
to
saying.
Sarion to
I
come
think
with
we're
us.
suffering from 2020 being a perfect vision for what
Exactly.
is
I
in
like
the
it
past.
is what it is. This was
Yeah.
the plan. That's what they
That,
had.
That's the plan, Stan.
that doesn't make sense.
I don't think there was
129
any
AC.
way for them to seize that dragon and bring it with them. There was no way. So like you could have said, and on top of that too, a dragon is not a
Which
slave.
is
So even if
and
you
that
told
was
Darren,
my point.
Darren, tell the dragon to not come with us, or tell the dragon to come with us, and the dragon knows that Darren is saying this under duress, he's going to act accordingly. Like so.
Exactly. That's
I
why he
think-
didn't act
Are you
like
sure?
because he wasn't under
Last
duress.
night.
Are you sure? Because they all
That's the point.
The fact that
no,
the
but
dragon
listen,
stayed,
in
I
that
think, was
scene where
in the audience that not the real Darren. So I
Exactly.
think that's
That
I think that was the point
okay,
of the
that,
entire
no, that was
dragon
not the real
being there.
Darren. But
So that's
my
what you're
point-
saying, that even if
listen.
like Darren, even if Damon teased it out, like, oh, we'll come over here and claim the
Right.
dragon.
My point
What do you think?
is, if that was not the real Darren, had at any point in time Damon commanded him to get on that dragon, because we saw the field behind them. There was no one on that field, which
Right.
means they were leaving there on their dragons. Damon would not just have brought the kid and not the dragon.
He
That
didn't.
doesn't make
the plan was
sense.
both of them. You keep thinking that it's
How
like
is
he's
he
gonna- I'll be
bringing
back
the
tomorrow for
dragon?
the dragon.
How is he
It wasn't
forcing the
tomorrow
dragon
for
to
the
come?
dragon. They were there. The dragon tamers were there. He left with the kid thinking the dragon tamers were right behind him. That's it. That's the whole thing.
The dragon
That's it.
tamers for Tessarion.
Yes, the dragon tamers were for Tessarion. Yes, to
Right,
have them
but-
follow all the way down. Yes.
So are you saying that Damon brought the dragon tamers with him so
So
that
the
they could
Damon
so
brought
that
the dragon
Tessarion stayed or something?
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Why
Yeah, I
would
don't
he
think
do
so.
that when he
Because
could
the
just
plan was
say,
never to let
"Get
this
on the
kid on
dragon
the
and bring
dragon.
him
He
with
had to
us-
bring him
with
back
you."
to Rhaenyra. Now,
There's
for
no
us, it makes
possible
sense
way
for
he was
him
letting them get on his dragon and saying, "Yeah, follow us. We're going to."
No,
take
they
the
don't get on the
chamber."
dragon. I thought they walked with the dragon. They don't get on the dragon. They walk beside the dragon.
Yeah, they can't ride the dragon.
Yeah, they can't ride
Who
them.
walks
They-
beside
the
the
dragon
dragon?
tamers don't
Who
ride the
can't wait?
dragon.
Who
The
can't
dragon
ride
tamers.
the
The
dragon?
dragon
Dragon
tamers
tamers.
don't
No, the
ride the
dragon
dragon.
tamers
ride
can't ride the
They
dragon.
just escort them.
Yes, they
that was
escort the
evident in
dragons.
Dragonstone several times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the
I
tamers, the dragon tamers, the
I think the
Dragonstone,
dragon
like,
tamers
mass
that were
put
there.
You're breaking up. Sorry.
Oh,
Since the
What were they
time
saying,
system
yeah?
was a child, was a bee. I think Tessarion has addressed two dragon. If Tessarion has a dragon, probably has two dragon tamers that came from King's Landing and came with him with the egg, and they take care of his dragon. And those were the people who were with him there when they were handing over the fake Darren. Isn't that a cleaner cut story? You don't think?
Either way, the dragon tamers were from King's Landing.
No.
And so they will return back to King's Landing to be like, the fuck just happened?
Oh man,
That was the plan.
That was the plan.
okay. We gotta go back to the
That's-
rating and
that's-
then, or the MVP.
Yeah, but that's
and then
fine.
we'll do
Mine's
the
on the
rating.
dragon.
Let's go with the
Because
with
otherwise
the
we're gonna be
ratings,
here all night. Okay, who did?
All right,
who
and
didn't do their
you will
MVP?
start with you. What is your rating for this?
Well, we got
episode?
his MVP. We missed his MVP real quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Your MVP. Who's your
MVP?
MVP?
So mine is Damon. Obviously, he's
Ooh.
got the gray character. Yeah. So a lot of good, a lot of bad. Him trying to do the right thing for Rhaenyra, which is admirable, and yeah, killing the sheep herder, pretty stupid. So yeah, I think he's one of my favorite characters. So.
Mm-hmm. So, despite what Sarah Hess says, not understanding why people would like Damon, But Matt Smith's like, of course, people like Damon because
Yeah,
he's pretty awesome, right? Yeah.
he's super
I,
super cool warrior.
he's very compelling. Like even if you don't agree with him morally, he's a very compelling character.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you there, AU.
Yeah.
All right, who else didn't do an MVP? Oh, sorry, go ahead, AU.
No. I was going to do my rating, but you're right.
Yeah,
You should-
because
No, go ahead. Go ahead with your rating.
All right, I'm going to do a 7.5. Did a 9.5 last week.
Episode 3, you give it 9.5?
Yes.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
It was the reason why it was so easy to identify with Rhaenyra, with the heavy, burdensome taking over
Heavy
as
as
the
the
throne. I don't know if you talked about this, but the bells are exactly like the bells from Andor in Ferrex, where he's pounding it with his hammer. I don't know if you guys watch that series. Andor.
Well, actually, Becks was mentioning the bells last night, and we thought it was like a parallel maybe with Danny. Was that where you were going? Kind of getting with it?
It's not a clean bell. It's a weighted. It's almost like a broken bell. The way it rings. So it was very
okay. And what scene did that? When did that happen in Andor?
In Ferrex, when his mother died, his supposed mother. Yeah. They would always ring the bells. So
that's amazing.
Yeah. So anyway, 7.5.
Okay, thanks, John. Right. Who else hasn't done the rating? Or
you gotta go. What's your rating? Yeah, my rating is a 9. I really did enjoy this episode. I think it brought it back to the Game of Thrones of old, where we was just a lot of intrigue, a lot of paying attention, a lot of like locking away to remember that this happened, and I like it a lot. I like that the fact that they're maneuvering the pieces on the board to the next big battle that we're gonna get, and they're just setting up. I think they're setting up the next 2 or 3 big battles that we're planning on getting in the latter half of the season. So I'm like, this is great. I love this. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Good one.
All right,
9.5 for me.
9.5 for you. Okay.
Nice.
My favorite of the season.
All right. For myself, I will say like a 8.50 out of random Dragon X. It gave us a good amount of intrigue. Didn't really answer a bunch of questions, but it did bring some things into perspective. So I'm looking forward to see what they do with some of the breadcrumbs they have laid. So yeah, I'll leave it there.
Mm-hmm.
Heidi?
I'm gonna give it a 9. Like I gave episode 3. John, I see what you're saying with episode 3, and I think Bex and I were talking about the 2 of them are really kind of nice together, episode 3, 4 together. But I'm going to give it a 9. And I think back to what Meeks said, it really did sort of feel like some of the stuff that we would have gotten in earlier seasons of Game of Thrones, the stuff that I really love.
Mm-hmm.
There was some great humor, lots of wonderful conflict, but also heartwarming scenes. I was going to mention, we didn't mention it, Alice River had this wonderful witchy dress, which was so awesome. And it wasn't as grounded as Game of Thrones usually is, but I kind of was like, loved that it kind of went a little bit into the fantasy, got to get a little bit of fantasy in there. Mm-hmm. And I don't believe she rated Simon's Closet. I think it's she, because I did compare it because I was so nerdy about it. I was like, no, there's not the same fabric. She had this beautiful thing custom made for herself because she's, she believes she should be able to inherit Harrenhal. So that's where I thought, have the episode. And this is so fun hanging out with all of you.
It definitely was. It was definitely a fun. It was an episode that you would not be on your phone while watching this episode.
Exactly. I was totally focused.
I think that's a really good indicator when a piece of media is really good, that it gets you to stay away from your little Instagram account or whatever. Like, so the part that they did that with me is why I'm like, yeah, this is a 9.5 solid. And it's set up because I have been complaining about some of the things that they added. But I need to also compliment on Ormond and what the depth they added to Ormond. They almost are doing to Ormond what they did to Viserys, in that Ormond is really just a placeholder in the story. His dad died, and now he's a new guy. There's nothing. There's nothing fancy about him. Nothing fancy about. There's nothing really important about it in the story. But the way they do it in the show, it's like, oh, okay, it's another little thing, especially for book readers. It's a thing that we don't know, and it's a thing that we don't know. Even if you've read all the books, you genuinely don't know what direction he's going down and why and how it will end. So for that, that's why I rated it what I rated it. But I don't know if everybody answered already, but I just have one last question. So did everybody answer?
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna do a spritz? Or are you gonna do a shh?
I was, yeah, but
take a shot.
But just making, because what I was going to ask is, do we think that Hot D has, at this point at least, or up to this point, has kind of made up for some of the missteps, Hot D and Duncan Egg? Do you think that they have made up for some of the missteps of the last 2 seasons of Game of Thrones? So like, AK says no. Anybody?
No.
I say yes.
No.
Oh, really?
More than enough.
Okay.
More than enough, yeah.
I would say if the answer isn't yes, they are definitely in the direction of yes. If they keep going like this, like they will get people back to loving Game of Thrones. But,
What do you think, Meeks?
and we still love it, right? But they'll get the people who left. Or
get back to watching what
again.
Season of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, here's the thing. I think that the only way that they could fix the entirety of Game of Thrones, not just the last 2 seasons, is add the magic back. I really like this show because the magic mystical shit they're bringing in directly from the books, because it's supposed to be in the fabric of the storytelling. Why are these dragons following around these people? We don't fucking know. It's magic. The green men, what the fuck are they? We don't know. It's magic. Children of the Forest, the wall. How the fuck did you build a 700-foot tall wall of ice that stretches from one end of the continent to the other? We don't know. It's magic. They took all of that out. They took all of that out. And
all of that out.
From Game of Thrones, the original series.
All of that out, and then they rewrote everything. They were dropping hints to Azor Ahai and all of these things. Like you go back here, and then got to the season 6 and 7 and 8, and we were like, so Azor Ahai didn't matter. Azor Ahai is not going to kill the Night King. Arya kills the Night King. Why? So what happens to John? So is he not going to be the king?
What the fuck was the point of John?
Why were y'all talking about babies?
What was the point of Azor Ahai and
like
the prince that was promised?
And then Danny talking about like, oh, maybe I can get pregnant.
Yes.
What was the point of them showing that John and Ghost cannot communicate when they're on opposite sides of the wall?
Exactly.
But then you gave us Arya, who across the narrow sea over to a whole middle of a different continent could still warg Nymeria.
Well, I think the wall has
the fuck was that
magic that prevents
it, but we don't know that. That's the thing.
Silverwing couldn't go over it.
We know that in the stories, but they didn't tell that in the show. Nobody knows why that fucking wall is built, and they took out all the magic.
Exactly.
You know what? That I never thought about that yet. They never really explained why they built this wall.
Right.
Where the fuck did they get a chain to drag the dragon out of the water?
Arya and Bravos. Arya and Bravos could warg the skin change the cats that were in Bravos, and she could move her body around while she was seeing through their eyes. From everything they showed us in Game of Thrones, you can't move or do anything while you're inside another animal, but Arya could.
So I'm just
what was that?
I want them to add the magic back in Game of Thrones, and that to me would fix it. But
I don't think we've fixed Game of Thrones this series. Like those 8 seasons, we're not going to fix those. But I'm also saying, do you think it's made up for it in that it's brought back? The fans and the casual fans have been brought back, or you could see them being brought back by these seasons?
I think the shortening of the seasons, the elimination of the 10 episode seasons, that we actually need to tell a thorough story that includes the bits and pieces that are really important. I'm not saying
alienation.
I'm not saying that they gotta be like, oh, there's this guy at the bar who was drinking and he's important. But like, there's a bunch of story beats that they have smashed together and removed, and that's needed to tell the story about what happened to this Targaryen bloodline up to a certain point.
That part.
And I think we should have had the 5 seasons of 10 episodes. And then to me, that giving us the full story as they wanted to tell it with the magic included would make up for the last 2 or 3 seasons of Game of Thrones. Right now, it's good work.
Yep.
But you gotta give me some more magic.
But you don't think the people that said to hell with Game of Thrones and anything to do with Someone Ice and Fire, I'm not even watching this hot tea thing.
Question.
And it's brought those people back to being interested in the world anymore.
Are you on social media? Like, are you in the TikTok lands or anything like that? Like, do you scroll the fandom?
I have an Instagram and I have a Facebook that I use to sell properties, but I'm not a big poster person. You know?
So I follow people who post and I'm all that. So the consensus is that the people are really enjoying House of the Dragon, but they will still go back to the last couple seasons of Game of Thrones and be like, fuck this shit. Or they tell people like, oh, if you're watching Game of Thrones for the first time, go to season 6 and then stop.
Best season ever.
Wow. So I'm like, it's kind of like,
or actually, Amelia sort of said it like a question. Best season ever.
My 2 favorite books, book series, both have very odd endings, and that's Dune, the Dune series.
Oh yeah.
The 6 have a weird ending, and then the 24 also have a weird ending, and and now Game of Thrones and the Song of Ice and Fire. At least the TV version had a weird ending.
The ending was doo-doo.
So I agree, but I do think that some of the people who said to hell with Game of Thrones are now back to watching Hot Tea and enjoying it and enjoying the universe of Game of Thrones. That's what I meant. I don't mean that they were going to say, oh, because of this, okay, I like Game of Thrones now. No, I mean that because of this, I'm willing to come back to the Song of Ice and Fire universe to enjoy the other story.
The Dragon Demands, who was really angry about the way they ended Game of Thrones, I think he's really enjoying it.
Yeah, he's one of the most angry.
He was so mad. He was so mad. He went on a
I love him.
He was like on a whole
if you want an epic Game of Thrones rant, go check his vids out.
Yeah. At some point in my life, I watched him for 7 hours straight just talking.
Oh, I know. He's like, I love him though. But he's
a good dude. He ever done a live thing? Like, I don't even know his face. No. So it'd be nice if he would do a live
That's not
thing.
been his game. No.
Well, see, I don't know. Maybe you might be able to convince him to do something, real quick with you.
I've tried to get him on. I've tried to get him on, and I had him on once, and he's very shy.
Well, if the Aegon's Conquest movie goes very well and they actually finish it, I think that might drag people back because that's what people want to see. They want to see that shit.
We want to see the histories.
They want to see that shit.
Yeah. Aegon, the conquering, and even going as far back as the Dawn Age. That's the shit I want to see. But we'll see where that goes. But anyways, y'all, that is our show for the night, and thank you, AU. We're really glad to be here tonight. KP, thanks for coming through.
Emojis.
Yo, it was fun. It was fun. I love talking.
KP, we got a double header with you. Thank you so much.
Indeed.
Really loved
having you. You're very welcome. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
April, I know. Haymaker was in here.
We had lots of great comments. So many great comments.
I think I saw Jake Cruz come through, one of our mainstays. Dominica, the Mother of the Realm, Lady Roan was in here. Hold on. Let me scroll up a little bit. 11:05. Chels was in the spot. I think JD and Casey had jumped in for a little bit earlier.
That's the name. The
Fandom D Saints. Our little brother was in here, and you'll see us with Fandom and DJ.
Gonna come in. Gonna get
next
Fandom on here
Tuesday. Yes, and I did tell him that you have been looking for him and DJ to come through. So we'll see if we can get that out. Jenny of Old Stones for show. Alma 91 was in the spot. Jaguar. Let's see, Mario Faith Warrior. I think that's also another new name I haven't seen before. Christy Angel. Everybody, I'm sorry, the chat doesn't allow me to scroll up But so far, if I missed you, please shout yourselves out in the comments. Thank y'all for coming through. It's been a great time. I don't know. For myself, and I think for Meeks also, we'll see you next week, and also for Heidi, we'll see you next week. Well, wait,
Next
no,
Wednesday.
Meeks, we won't see. We won't see.
Oh,
Meeks
she's
next
at
week 'cause she'll be at
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con. She'll
Yeah.
be putting that work in, doing the awesomeness, and getting the info for us on everything she's going through.
So
Especially
come back and
Hall
report.
H. Like I don't even know if she's gonna be able to leave Hall H when she gets in there.
No.
But yeah, if there's a scoop to be gotten there, I'm sure she'll come back and share the.
There'll be a panel or two.
Listen, I'm trying.
You get a $50
Indeed.
picture with Nikolai Coster-Waldau.
Right.
I don't know if
Angel
he's
Lover
there,
was
but-
in the spot for show. Was in the spot. Kirsty Angel. And 11:05. Yep, Jenny Volstones. And yeah, again, it don't lets me go up so far. So thank y'all for
And
hanging
Cold
with
Stone
us
Creamery,
tonight.
which is hilarious parody. It's really funny.
Well, and if you've never
That's
been to
funny.
Cold Stone Creamery, they do have
It's
very
so
delicious
good.
ice cream.
It's really good.
Indeed.
I'm not a
And
fan.
again,
Oh,
thank you for being
Meeks
here
isn't
with
a
us,
fan.
Heidi.
My pleasure.
It's always a blast, and also
I love you
always
guys.
a blast to hang out with my stream partner Meeks. So
Of
come
course.
through next week, y'all.
Bye.
Have a fantastic and great
Oh, the cats
weekend.
enjoyed. Wonderful.
Oh my god.
and all that. I'm glad the cats were enjoying too.
And we love the
And,
cats because they take care of the rats.
Indeed.
My cat is a really good hunter, by the
Indeed.
way. I have a very good hunter.
So we will see y'all